pace right now is pretty outstanding. Neither team can score.
Tonje into a crowd. Could not get it to go.
A lot of empty trips. Settle down.
Working around the perimeter for Blackwell. They are 2 of 11 from three-point territory. They'll jack up another. Tonje off the rim. Tonje trying to create in transition.
3 guys there helping, not letting him get to the rim.
They formed a wall inside. Tonje ball fake, knock away by Donaldson.
How about him, the activity? I don't see Golden ducking in and begging for the ball. Come on, big guy.
They are 2 of 12 from three-point range. Tonje rings out. Rebounded by 3 of 19 from three-point territory. And Michigan is down by 4. Tonje looking for his first points. Not going to come there. Rebound leaks out to Crowd. Hands. And rebounded by Tonje. They can bring this lead to double figures. Ooh, deep one.
Check.
No good for Tonje.
Trying to get it going.
Rebounded by Amos.
They had a little action on the left. The back screen by Cheddar. His stain for the deep 3.
Tonje screen from Crowd. A push shot doesn't go.
That's that shot I thought he missed. He's got a screen, Gilmore, I think. Just to make Wolf work.
Tonje.
Step back.
You can't buy one.
Yeah, the magic's not there today.
Tonje one-on-one with Burnett. Off the penetration, high off the window. Golden effective defensively. Michigan with a chance to tie. Crowd trying to get Tonje involved. He'll go to work. He's got a runway.
Empty side.
Tonje, the jam! John Tonje! Big finish!
Don't settle, attack.
Shot clock at 3. At 2, Tonje pump fake. Short. Winter knocked it out of bounds.
Beckety.
Blackwell.
Nice screen.
Corner. Klesmit can't hit the 3.
Look who's there.
Tonje, the offensive rebound. He's in a crowd, and it gets denied by Cheddar. Knocked out of bounds off of Michigan. Michigan's first lead since 21-19. They're up by 2. A minute 40 to go. Tonje for the lead.
Tough, nice play by Crowd.
Back tap by Crowd, and then cutting close games.
9 wins by 3 points or less this year for the Wolverines.
Tonje slips a bit, fades, short. Rebounded by Golden. It's knocked out of his hands.
I think it's off
Richardson.
And you know he can turn and exploit at the rim as well.
10-4. Tough shot.
Under duress.
And Tonje misses on his first three-point attempt. Didn't miss.
As we'll see here. But look at the big steps out and the wide open middle, Grant. I mean, they've done this beautifully. Step and go. McGee, St. Catherine's.
Tonje nails it for 3. Points off the bench for Trey Holloman and a gritty approach. Tonje, the dribble drive, the fade, he's got it.
And Raph, I like the attack mode, getting downhill off the bounce.
Tonje doesn't go, too strong.
It could have got a better shot there.
Yeah, absolutely. Rushed it, challenge. Look at this cross and balance.
The jabs, jumper, no good. Janicki, Krell just missed a 3. Back into the hands of Tonje. They show Zapawa. Tonje, string music.
And that's what Tom told us. They're going to go under. Pretty good hands by the big fella. Great concentration.
We are tied at 41. Is it Tonje time? Off the mark.
Lucked out there, going under that.
Something about this team. They can look out of sorts and then turn it up a notch.
A 10-2 run.
Under again, they got away with it.
In and out for Tonje.
Greg trusting his guys now.
Tonje.
Tough shot.
A step away. It goes. That's a pro move.
That's why you don't call timeout. You got to get.
He could not let it up. His assistant coaches had to step in because they needed to focus on what they needed to get out of that huddle. But certain frustration from Michigan State and
Tonje put it on the board. It's a 3.
And back into the game for Michigan State.
It is a 9-0 Badgers run. They can add to it here.
Look at this kid take on people.
Oh, long strides. Pretty.
Scored a lot that day to stay away from both of the benches, but a great time to be in the Big Ten too, fellas.
Tonje gets a good look.
And the 3-2-1, Bo Ryan just texted Bill. Has been in some quicksand throughout the day. Richardson scored all 10 of his points in the first 10 minutes. Tonje got a good look, and he buries it from the outside.
That was great deep from Richardson.
13 points to lead the Spartans. Tonje discard on Fears. Tonje will take advantage. The finger roll doesn't go.
They got numbers here, 5-on-4.
To Wisconsin.
Let's see Crowd get inside, maybe post up.
Well, they're keeping it mellow. He does post up. And
Tonje, big time.
Who said fatigue?
The chip game. Blackwell.
I'm not a fan of this delay game at this point.
Shot clock at 5. Tonje, the jumper. No good. Rebound knocked around.
Foul.
And a foul.
Anybody. Those are the words of the Bruins head coach.
If you get points to Dylan Andrews like that, it'll be a long afternoon.
Tonje.
James from 3. Carter Gilmore. Thought he's going to let it fly.
Tonje peeked at the clock. He will let it fly from deep. Swish.
Hunted shots. And his son hunted shots too. And good thing for UCLA, he hunted that time. Was able to come up good.
5th 3 of the game for Wisconsin.
3.
And he just waved off a defender in transition. Said, I'll take Tonje on this one. So Tonje takes the ball, hits a 3, and 1. Yeah.
It's an uphill battle for UCLA the rest of this game.
Historically great free throw shooting team. Tonje fading for the 2.
I'll make the bitter beer face on that.
Can Wisconsin get its offensive flow back? Tonje goes up quick and hits another 3.
Let's see if Wisconsin can add to their assist total on these threes. Got 11 assists on 14 made.
Tonje with 4 Bruins around him. Coach of the year in a league with so many great coaches. Amos thought he had that one. Tonje's turn. He hasn't missed. And he still hasn't missed. Some team earlier this year. Of course, it came against Iowa, the program that holds the tournament record for made 3. Tonje doing it all. What a year he's had.
We sit on during a longer timeout. Nick waved them away, said no chairs, forced the entire team to stand up and listen during that extended timeout.
Those are great observations. So Tonje back in as Martinelli rests. Tonje can't find his first points there, and Blackwell cleans it up plus the foul. 5 of 18 from 3.
Good. Can't find the range quite yet.
Tonje, like a running back, touched the ball away, but can't find the space.
Been Big Ten Coach of the Year this year, in my opinion.
And Tom Izzo said as much the other day, and he won the award. Oh, John Tonje, his first points. Tonje, guarded by Martinelli, 2 of the league's best. Tonje beats the buzzer and sends Wisconsin to the line. Tonje, 6 points, 2 field goals in the first half. Shot clock is low, step back, Martinelli reaching out, and the long rebound for Crowd. So the floor goes Mullins, got it out, and here comes Tonje with it. 1 on 3. Tonje pumps and scores.
If you're Ty Bear, you cannot let Tonje. We've seen Galloway. We've seen Martinelli. Now KJ Wyndham getting into the float game.
Tonje a step back. We need an all-floaters team.
And so I'm glad that nothing extra was called against Max in that scenario.
The foul on Wyndham, by the way, there came a foul on him. So there's 3 on Wyndham, 3 on Clayton, 3 on anything that could jumpstart him. On a day that John Tonje has 8 points so far. Making 11.
Well, Tonje's eyes lit up when he ball clubbed it. Wisconsin knows where the ball needs to go in critical possessions.
Tonje, never been that open this year. And he takes advantage.
Jilly.
I think it's the best nickname I've heard in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
That is Jilly, his nickname, plus LeBron's last name, for people who are wondering.
Scout Team All-American. Stephen Crowd wanted that one.
second hammer of the day. And get an open look for Gilmore, and he's short again. And Tonje cleans it up.
Oh, just relentless, all of Wisconsin.
A heartbreaking loss the first time they met. They played a 2-point game. UCLA won that in Los Angeles, 85-83. Tonje misses, and Chris Collins.
Dunn stays hot. He had 14 points against Maryland last time out. Also had a season-high 8 rebounds. Tonje not on the board yet. You can change that. Well, that's all it's been out there off the glass.
I talked to Greg Gard at practice last night. He said, we have to keep this team out of the paint. They are very good when they get inside.
Tonje in and out on the 3. Rebound to Kern.
Usually been challenged to 3. Number 7 for Wisconsin. That does not show up in the stat sheet, but it does show up in the video tomorrow.
Tonje got a step. Got a little stuck, but got it back. And they'll go right back to the line. You look at last year, Jess, they lost 3 of their top 5 scorers from that team.
That's the world we live in, right? You have to get into the portal and try to find guys like that.
Tonje knocks down his second 3. More or less open. He's missed a couple. Brown rebound. Tonje. Well short. Penn State another chance to chip away at this lead. This would give them that lead. Well short. Tonje. Had it knocked away, blocked, and Penn State recovers as well. Badgers started out this second half up by 5. Penn State got it to within 2, now down 3. Speaking of threes, Tonje misses everything. And now Penn State with a chance to tie if they come up with the ball. Blackwell steal to McGee. He decides to slow it down. Tonje. Nolan winner. Crown looking to pass, working against Niederhauser. Another. Well, that was an almost assist. The missed dunk from Tonje.
Niederhauser is not in the game, so you want to attack the rim if you're Wisconsin with the shot blocker sitting on the bench.
1 to shoot. Not the shot they wanted. And the rebound to Penn State. Kache Yenza would watch Braden Smith, who leads the Big Ten in assists, get 12 last night. He's second. He's now got 8. Tonje, tough shot. And another rebound to Penn State. 50% though, didn't hit the second one. Lead is 7. And Wisconsin has to go to work. Tonje to the lane. Well, he has just been off today.
They thought they had the foul there to stop the clock, and no whistle, and just another big-time play at the rim.
Hicks comes up with that one.
For Wisconsin. Here's John Blackwell, cut off by Parker Fox. Now Tonje, he'll slash to the paint and rejected by Fox. He does that well. It'll stay with Wisconsin.
Right hand. He's got the mismatch here again.
Tonje lets it fly, and there's a good sign for the Badgers.
Tonje saying, what mismatch? I got one of the alphas of this team. He's been much more active in pick and roll, but still does a lot of those intangibles that we saw last season.
Comes out, Tonje. This is for the baseline. Mitchell, stripped. Up the floor, Janicki to Tonje. And swatted away by Femi Odekale.
Lack of communication there from Minnesota. That's going to burn you. Tonje's coming off that pin down, and if you don't communicate that switch 8 that's just lifted off his shoulders, they need his offense. He shot 39 from 3 last year.
Tonje changing in flight. And the High Point game. Tonje with 5 to shoot. Against Garcia, lowers the shoulder, attacks and scores.
Got the matchup there with Dawson Garcia. John Tonje not settled.
Kicks it out, Nolan Winter for 3. Short. Long rebound to Tonje. That's a deep 3. And underneath. And a foul is Tonje off the dribble. Off his hip, off the glass, no, and it's all maroon and gold, and then Minnesota had too many around the ball. We'll look up the junior college dunk that Brendan Rigsby had while playing in Utah. We play on, and Tonje laid it up and in. And Rigsby slow to his feet.
And you mentioned McGee getting the start too, Spiro. Watch for him. He's a great three-point shooter.
This is Tonje.
He's not so bad either at 39% numbers.
That's been Michigan State's weakness. They are not a good three-point shooting team. Tonje is going to fire. Back of the rim, the putback up off glass, and it's
involved a little bit with his intensity.
Boy, what a called error, so they change it on the floor. Very close. Tonje trying to create some space over Carr. Played it well defensively. And Tonje
here we go. McGee's a shooter on the left side of the floor, and we know what Tonje can do.
Tonje, number 4 in the conference in scoring. High archer, misses back rim, and Zapawa clears. Jeremy Fears kicks out. Played away to Booker. Turnover. Tonje off and running hard. Two-handed flush. And the Badgers reclaim the lead.
Yesterday, Spiro 7 of 10. He hit in rhythm. Obviously worked on it, confident, and he'll shoot it.
Wow, here comes Tonje. Unreal. Literally right in his face. Showing some serious restraint.
That's just small versus big matchup.
Tonje, a little bit of a force, and a rebound pulled by Kohler.
Nice job by Kohler. Defense.
Michigan State retakes the lead.
See if they dig here. Nope, they don't. They don't have to. Releases the ball.
Tonje, deep shot, too much.
Yeah, 3, 4 white shirts around the glass defensively, that trail. Set it up to go after it. Kind of like the Houston Cougars do. They run their sets and they go to the offensive glass.
Tonje turns baseline offering against Akins, won't go.
Johnson is getting right back into the paint area.
Michigan State back in front. Tonje finds the laces, misses badly. And the rebound, Holloman. Coach getting the crowd fired up here in Lansing.
He sure does know how to do it.
Tonje. He's a shot maker, fires short. Battle for the loose ball, and his last touch by Cooper.
Game, so that's the big discrepancy so far. Will they be able to get some stuff going again in the paint?
Tonje from deep. That was an open look.
Remember, though, Michigan State doesn't allow I wouldn't want to play any of these two teams.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Tonje on the fire, misses. That was the other thing about the way this game ended. Tonje, one of the...
Reload. Likes the matchup for the freshman. They're going to go right back to the big man. 2 to shoot. Tonje, tough shot maker. Right on kill. Brilliant.
And that's what we talk about. Making
Like the scores table. Might be able to get all the way to the under 16 in this first half without a whistle. Tonje misfires. Foul there, and we will. There's going to be the Washington team that really only plays 8 players, especially without Courtright. Tonje just floats it through.
great touch. It's really dangerous. Will drive. It's a 3-level score.
And now a steal. McGee takes it away. Leave it. Tonje hands and hits.
Great body control.
Over the moon have kept on back on the floor. His presence alone has been a huge addition for this team. Still learning the offense.
They got a piece of that.
Davis did. Make it Harris. So Davis will bring it across.
Showed that pivot. Nice little flip shot. See him going back to the zone here.
Tonje. Oh! Engulfed by Kepnong.
Big time block.
Diop. Tonje. Half the shot clock on. He likes the matchup of the freshman. Now Osibor steps up. Step back three.
Step back.
Roddenbach claims Diallo at the controls.
Wisconsin. Osibor's not having a dynamic game. It's really hard for them to compete.
Tonje, too tough.
And on the other end, Wisconsin just comes in.
Driving on Osibor. Spin in there. Back him down. Gilmore draws 2. Tonje open. Oh, Gilmore got in there. Just could not secure it. He's gotten a little trigger happy from downtown after banking in one in the first half. Tonje. Oh, back tap by Crowell. Gilmore pump, drive, hang.
Step out and shoot the three.
That's crazy.
Here's another one. Crowell misses. Offensive rebound though. Tonje. No.
It's a really good late challenge by Bamba. It's a really nice job getting back in defensive balance, transition defensive balance, because Wisconsin had numbers.
Tonje pulls. There's his first bucket. And a little short. Tonje will push. They've got a 3-on-2. Gets inside. So strong is John Tonje.
I wondered coming into this game with the smaller
triple. They can't get anything to drop right now.
Because of the heavy sag on the post, they're going to have to make some of those to loosen it up.
It is now a 14-0.
You're kind of slipping away from them, and when you do that, you want your best players on the floor, and they've had no rim protection without it.
And Wisconsin 12-2 when Biddle was on the bench, and Tonje with a tough fadeaway there. Taken away, John Tonje, cleared for pickoff. This Ducks team riding that 3-game win streak. Tonje, great span, everything but defender.
Yeah, he's just showing out now.
He might have been dizzy after
game, too. Really good balance in his offensive attack. It's a mismatch here.
So he's going to go right to the rim. 2 more. Already 16.
When they've been able to get it in the paint, they've gotten something good. When they've been just bringing it up the floor and one-side jack, it's not been good.
Yeah, anything 15 and out for Oregon has from
Cooper Flagg. He leads that Duke team in almost every major category, both offensively and defensively.
Well, the guard will be rocking tonight. Tonje with a rare miss, and here comes Moss. So much in his 5 years here in Madison, and Greg Gard just sings the praises of number 22. Tonje, step back, and Angel grabs it.
I think Oregon's
for Dana Altman.
And I think he has cool hair. I have none.
Well, okay. You're the first person to say that. Boy, Tonje missed the dunk. And he hung on the rim, basket interference.
Braden Smith, and he went nuclear. Man, we got a little pull over here, buddy.
And Shellstad, folks, he is a good one when he is on. Shellstad, one of the 10 players in the preseason.
A bad shot or a turnover. There was a bad shot there.
Tonje has a lane. Yes. 18 points for John Tonje.
Well, he is quick to that rim. It's underneath, and Bartholomew steps into a wide-open 3.
8-0 run over the last 90 seconds. And Tonje way off the mark.
Flip 2 that he made from distance.
This game remains tight. Keep in mind, neither team is in the bonus right now. Is that a goaltend? They say yes.
Overtime.
Here's Tonje. 20 points today. Drives, stops on a dime. Boy, you can't defend that.
And that's great defense by Bamba.
This young man has 22 today. He's the reigning National Player of the Week. He wants a big 3 off the mark. And the Duck gets it back to Tonje. Here's their guy.
Yep.
Guarded by Bamba. Drives. Step back. Oh, if he would have hit that. What defense by Bamba. Tonje. They get it right back to him. To tie. No. Tracy the rebound. He is fouled with 2.
Will Riley's another one of those. He's been balling 18 points a game, shooting 40% from 3 over his last 6.
See if he can give Illinois a spark. Meanwhile, Tonje with a fadeaway triple.
Much needed 3 for the Illini.
And now they're trying to get the ball back on a steal, but instead, somehow a Houdini act and a chance at a 3-point.
Yep, here it comes.
Tonje, 5, drives, hangs, can't get it, tapped around, and that is how the first half will end. All in all,
was early on. He's got to be much more efficient here in the second half. He starts out the second half with another turnover.
I mean, he has all 6 of their turnovers, and it leads to a bucket by Tonje.
Not the way you want to start the second half.
Rebound Tonje. He'll push. Tonje driving, fading, yes.
That's just straight bully ball.
Big boost tonight. Tonje looking for separation. He doesn't need much. Yakachonis had it for a second, but boy, Yakachonis is having a tough night. Three from the wing, Tonje. And it bounced out. Another offensive rebound for the Badgers.
Offensive rebound. He can play with his back to the basket. The perfect guy that you want to have coming off the bench, either in the backup 4 spot or 5.
How about that move? Tonje does it again. He's got 19 and he'll... Blackwell behind the back. Here's Tonje again. Step back, looking for 23 points. Long, another offensive board. Blackwell.
This is incredible. Make that 12 for Trey Gibbs-Lawhorn.
Inside Tonje. And his big night just continues to get bigger. Ooh, McGee almost stole.
No one else to beat them because he's had his way this entire game.
And he has his way here. Tonje with the steal. Oh! Almost a very acrobatic finish. McGee fell hard. Brad Underwood saying, how can you call that? He thought it should have been an Illinois ball. Inside, here they go with Tonje again. No double team, but he left it short.
Can go to the front of the glass and get an offensive rebound. Ivicic makes him the perfect read there.
The Illini trying to hang around. That won't help. Tonje now has 25. One step forward, 2 steps back so far tonight.
Everything, and when there's a 50-50 ball, loose ball, everything's going the Badgers' way. That's a great example right there.
He just went over 3rd
and 3 as well.
Tonje leaning. Humrickhouse, good block.
Good anticipation by Humrickhouse.
Gets Indiana, doesn't it?
TKR, Trey Kaufman-Wren cuts into the Wisconsin lead. Tonje, an air ball, he's going to hear it. Cocks up the floor in a hurry. 13. It's been all Winter and Klesmit. Outside, extra. Tonje buries in a 3.
Is that Wisconsin basketball unselfish?
12 field goal attempts for Wisconsin. 9 are 3s.
They just can't take advantage of that post up. Settle for a deep one.
Second air ball for Tonje. And that is 4 team fouls.
A lot of reps here, Bird.
They just showed it on the big screen. Tonje looking for his range. It's not there. Smith has got the board.
Fortunate.
It's a number 1 of the Big Ten in 3-point shooting. They also take the most 3s in the conference. Tonje, the dribble drive. Beautiful scoop to the hoop.
How about the footwork? Again, no traffic in the lane.
Game. Under 3 minutes to go, first half. Quick first step. Klesmit drive. Cutter. Tonje floats it up and in.
And Klesmit was the attack guy that set that baby up.
16 fouls. 55 seconds to go. Tonje, step back J. Money.
You saw him working before the game on that. He is so right.
Into the hands of Tonje, peeks of the clock. Tonje tried to slip defenders. Ball came back to him, and he missed it from 3-point territory. 2 seconds, 1 second.
What a feel, what a touch.
3-point lead. Tonje, got him.
Woo-hoo. Silencer.
That 5 spot, he'll play at the 4 spot. Versatile piece for Greg Gard. Tonje puts his head down, drives in, and banks it home.
Just disarms people with his strength.
3.
Nice job icing and recovering.
Tonje, there's the step back for you, and he hits +1. Tonje sticks it.
Wow. Also the ability of these talented kids. Nice curl by Tonje, does it all.
Tonje is lethal.
And the hug there, you got to shortcut it, catch him on the turn.
They pick up Tonje with Smith. He gets the step, the jumper. It's off the rim.
Gave Smith a taste of his own medicine.
Making jumpers early in the season.
They're hoping he can reignite. Look at that pump and go.
Tonje sticks it with the floater.
Well, he owns the game right now.
Back into the hands of Klesmit. Shot clock at 5. Klesmit makes his move.
Nice cut.
Tonje! The throwdown!
All because of Klesmit.
Perfect setup.
Riley Mulvey just crushed a Badger on a screen to free up the floater. Tonje, too tough. That is his game. He is a power guard. I think you can get a better one than a little step back fadeaway from Traore. Wisconsin has started 2 for 5 and just 1 for 3 from downtown. Tonje looking to change it. Can't do so. From downtown, and they've gotten up 6 more shot attempts than Wisconsin midway through this first half. Dangerous pass gets to Tonje, and he can make the defense pay. Sweet roll. Tonje back the other way. Cans the triple. The open man is Winter. Can't make the defense pay. Follows his own miss, and a second chance for the Badgers. Tonje sets the feet. In and out for 3. And the rebound knocked out of bounds by Crowell. Physical inside and showing the finesse outside. Blackwell can't respond. Another offensive rebound. This is something that Fran McCaffrey was concerned with. But Tonje can't cash in. And now Iowa with it.
Like the shot quality, though, from Wisconsin early.
Gilmore, driving kick. Tonje, attack mode, hangs and hits.
He is just so powerful.
Keeps it at a 1-point game here. Brown was looking for some kind of whistle. Tonje step away. And a long rebound. Good hustle by Traore. We've seen him go off for some big-time scoring days. Gilmore on the pump and drive. Bounce it for McGee. Swing it. There is Tonje. And the rebound's going to be staying here as Crowell was held. Crowell pops out. Right back to him. 10 to shoot. Klesmit, jab, drive, kick. Tonje, 3-ball. Yes, sir! Corner tray. Tonje.
So you're able to replace him with a guy that's very comfortable on the floor.
Tonje's 3. You get the soft roll this time. And the
advantage over the double team short. Wisconsin showing a lot of attention to Ballo there. Just never felt like he was comfortable.
Tonje. First miss from the outside. Back tap, Blackwell.
Umar Ballo not really feeling like he can just go to work.
Wisconsin lives with a Leal 3, and they'll trade it for a Tonje tray. The other thing on the scouting report with Klesmit, you know he's willing to shoot him from well behind the line. Tonje with a leak out. Look at that. Tonje getting upstairs.
Doesn't look like that knee, just from the outside looking in, has been 100%. But there you can see he's clearly fading away.
They just leave Tonje. Wisconsin is 6 of 7. So Indiana's trimmed a little bit off of this deficit. Largest lead was 22 at 26-4. Tonje.
Wisconsin looking a little antsy here. It came so.
Galloway doesn't have the response. Weak side board goes to Blackwell.
Wisconsin really showing bodies at Umar Ballo.
Tonje in rhythm.
Struggled so much. This can't be a game where it's 13-4 in terms of three-pointers made. If that's the number, there's just no way that Indiana can win this game.
Little stop. Blackwell trying to get it in, and does for Crowell. Tonje. Long rebound, Blackwell. Another chance for,
but it's just around the three-pointer. They're not really ever threatening Wisconsin's defense with them.
Tonje, aggressive for 2. Wisconsin is 17th in the net ranking. Michigan 16th. Michigan State 20th. UCLA 28th. You've got Purdue again, of course, that top 10 net ranked team. As Renew pulls in that rebound, you've got all as well. Breaking that pressure once again. Following this game, just 3 points, 6 rebounds. Tonje! Cherry on top for the Badgers.
Ryan. Well, Greg Gard to me is fascinating because the way that Wisconsin is playing right now compared to the way they played under Bo Ryan, totally different. Totally different in the last month. And Northwestern's needed it desperately.
Here's John Tonje from the elbow. And the Badgers have started 0 for 5 from the floor.
Beautiful screen that freed up Barry, just didn't convert. But Northwestern really clicking right now.
Tonje blocked from behind by Keenan Fitzmaurice. Badger ball.
Throw a 7-footer, a shoelace pass. Got to put it up in the air to let him go get it.
Xavier Amos makes the extra pass to Tonje, and an offensive foul called on Wisconsin. Tonje scoreless. Not anymore. High degree of difficulty on that shot, but he can hit that.
Well,
who gets caught, right?
That's true. It's the one who reacts.
Crowell way off from deep, saved by Janicki. Tonje's on a heater. He's scored 8 in a row. Rebound.
Tonje's got that look in his eye. He might let this one go.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Tonje's got 41% from distance. Tonje inside. You know, he can score from anywhere in the half court.
Well, the thing of it,
though, in the first half, it's rolled to Tonje.
Shervino's got to be careful. He's a little over exuberant.
Oh my goodness. Tonje, engine hot.
He might be the unofficial mayor of Madison, Wisconsin.
Step back, Tonje off the iron. Team. Klesmit. It's swung around. Blackwell penetrates. Tonje for 3. In and out. Rebound tipped and controlled by Leach. And
I've seen Matthew Nicholson have 3 dunks in one game. I mean, they are really getting good contributions from a lot of different players.
Tonje quiets the crowd. 19 point. Here's Crowell. All the way over to Gilmore. Back to Tonje. Same spot as his last shot. That one was long.
On the shot, he shoots off one leg. Everything that you're not supposed to do, but he does it. It makes it look easy.
Tonje, that looked on line, and then a foul down low. Goes the other way to Shervino, and that's an air ball. Martinelli was open on the near side. Tonje, Gilmore follows the play.
I hesitate.
5 to shoot now. Matthew Nicholson back on the floor, and Tonje puts it in over the 7-footer.
Get downhill. Watch him attack.
3 on the shot clock. Up it goes. Tonje with a silencer.
I mean, Wisconsin veteran ball club, very comfortable with taking time off the shot clock.
Tonje blocked by Nicholson. It's Wisconsin ball. 11 on the shot.
His offense is starting to struggle a little bit as the Big Ten season is worn on. He had the massive game, though, at Illinois. Tonje with the patience, and Wisconsin in front by 2.
Tonje, though, just a mature after that win in Indiana. Certainly very capable, good in transition, big physical body, but can make shots from the perimeter as well.
Tonje steps back and buries the triple.
Tonje is now
back to 4 before Janicki had that dunk. Tonje between the double team. He looks up, he saw the shot clock, and he hits backboard.
What a defensive possession there by Maryland's defensive intensity has been quite impressive here in this first half.
Tonje hit right in front of Kevin Willard.
But if you're going to switch off the ball,
the bench with 6.5 to go in this opening half, and Maryland's offense kind of stagnant. Terp shooting 27%. And another offensive board. Tonje again. For the 3rd time.
Boy, some real opportunities there. Wisconsin, 2 open player. Only game he's really struggled in has been that Washington one.
Extra pass. Tonje just back off the bench and drills it again.
That's how you break full court pressure if you're Wisconsin. Miguel just got popped in the face. Really physical down there, guarding Tonje.
Top paddle underneath, and Derek Queen.
Oh, he's been ice cold tonight. 1 for 7 from the field.
Enter to the deck. Blackwell on the scramble. Found Tonje.
It's one of those 50-50 plays that can win you a game. Balls on.
Tonje's led all scorers. He's got 15. He's working on Gillespie. Tapped around, it'll stay.
Good thing for Maryland and their advantage going forward. You sit at 6-4, and you've already played at Purdue, at Oregon, and at Illinois.
Tonje out of the timeout. He is up to 7 rhythm. He hit his 5th 3 of the season.
Wisconsin was content to let him shoot it. He's only shooting 18% from three. Been moved. Not an easy finish with that left. A little bit of English gets it to go over the front of the rim.
Tonje for three, and he gets it in a timeout. Wisconsin with 1:45.
Into this game, he's made some big plays.
Tonje driving at him again, stops, and there's another big play. Wisconsin has just 2 triples here in the second half. They need a bunch. Tonje hits again. He's got 23.
Huskers 0 for 2 from the floor to start. Blackwell with the three.
Wow. I mean,
had his own rebound for a moment, but it ends up with Klesmit. Quick ahead to Tonje. What an adjustment by Tonje.
Wisconsin able to elevate.
Tonje will try again from deep. Success once more. Oh my.
Nebraska likes to double team the post from the baseline. Stephen Crowell recognizing that, getting it out of his hands quickly.
And Tonje from deep. The first miss for Tonje.
Back and have settled down on this end of the floor.
Here's Tonje. They left him. He'll take the three. It grazes the rim out of bounds.
Nebraska was shading a little bit. Ooh, got away with one there.
Yeah, Rooster with contact
game. And that was old school right there. I loved it. Jump stop off the glass.
Tonje jump stop short, but there's Blackwell to clean it up. Williams strips it. Blackwell
steam the Huskers have. Now it's the Badgers that look tentative on the offensive end.
Nice back cut, but it's swatted out of bounds by Williams. 3 of 18 from distance this year.
Didn't look real confident letting that one go either, Kevin.
Now Tonje on the attack, driving inside. That's just strength. Timeout number. Harassed by Buchtengel. 4 to shoot for McGee. Tonje will launch from deep. And a rebound by Crowell. Trying to turn. That's nothing. And Gilmore with a rebound.
That's 4 missed layups in the first half from Nebraska.
Tonje open three. And the foul.
Man, you can't give me a break.
Here's Tonje again from 3. A little bit strong, and Williams the rebound. Now Nebraska with a chance.
I thought they were going to go look at Nolan Winter.
Here's Tonje off the shot fake. Got Gary to jump short from 2, and Morgan secures.
Questions like this is huge. Oh, Booster being physical.
Tonje in the corner with the 3, and there's a bump. And shot clock was at 1 when he launched that one. Very little choice. Tonje off the shot fake. Got Morgan in the air. One-hand hammer. Timeout.
The rim. Oh, you're right. These guys, in the month of January, Blackwell's been stellar. Vlad Golden has been just terrific. Eating, I'll call it. They got to figure something out due to the Huskers, and they may not be able to win this game, but they've got to figure out a way to get going. Kevin, in terms of
then the close loss at home to Rutgers, the 3-point loss at Maryland, the 5-point loss earlier in this week to USC, and now get the doors blown off him again as Tonje hits from to shoot from.
Yes, he did.
He had a good setup in his shot.
Yes, he did.
Tonje fades away for 2 more. How about John Tonje? 25.
2 minutes again for UCLA's offense. This is John Tonje, and that is a mark we'll note because John Tonje
style play. They play a lot faster. They generate a lot of threes. They play a little bit more free. And that's it's another 3. That's not a good sign for UCLA Nation.
Last drive by Mack, previous possession, he gets in the paint. He's used to getting a foul on that.
Yeah.
Maybe not this year.
Tonje hits his third three.
Yeah. Oh, man, he's off three by Scott Clark, knowing that he was playing off him off the dribble. Got away for the push-up right there, but
They're grown and furious on that one. And still no bonuses. We have 2:20 to go in the half. And Tonje, fifth three. Who needs... And there's a quick shot, and Tonje on the board in the second half. 18. So an 8-point UCLA lead. Wisconsin. And there, Kobe Johnson's going to get whistled for
the drive. But he sees something he likes in the post-up game right now.
Well, that was a nice job, Kobe Johnson. And Tonje's going to make up for it. Kobe Johnson shut down 4 points. And let's see, McGee gives it back to trailing Tonje. Step back. Tonje at .5 and a timeout by Grant.
Among the subs, John Tonje after arrest back in. He's got it here for Wisconsin.
See, SC knows Tonje's driving. Yates that time cut him off, forcing him into a tough shot.
An air ball on his first shot of the game. I don't know how many far in this game. Blackwell started 4 of 4. That's his first miss. Tonje looking for his first points. And that's well off the mark.
Good defense, though. Nice start to the second half for USC. They've gotten it under 10.
11-0 Trojan run. Tonje can't put an end to it. He still has not scored today.
Yeah, this is not your Bo Ryan's Wisconsin Badgers. They like to get it up and score, get to the free throw line.
Shot clock to 3. Tonje, they're 0 for 2 from deep to get started. Still looking for that 5-game win streak, and they're just under 50% here tonight. McGee, there's Tonje. And a foul called underneath. See. Inside a minute, Tonje with the steal. And the 2.
Wow. John Tonje is, yeah, you know he does. He's calling for it right now. Look at it.
All right, you were the best player in high school in Ohio last year. Good job of defense. Thornton has Stewart on the side. Mo evening here after the offensive rebound. Badger lead is 11. Oh, my goodness. John Tonje. Down 5. Keep an eye on the rebounding down the stretch here, Steve. Into the 5-game win streak for Wisconsin. They've out-rebounded every opponent. Tonje for 3. Shy of 3 points from the corner.
And the first time that the Buckeyes... Guess where the Badgers are going to go this time.
There it is. 6-year senior for 3. Royal with the rebound.
Oh, he's going to try to attack. Well, I tell you what, Minnesota looks sharp to start this game. They're getting anything they want on the offensive end.
Here's Tonje for 3. In and out, Garcia the rebound.
Boy, Minnesota was very fortunate that time. Kai Patterson's giving up some inches, but he's not giving up strength or weight against Tonje.
1 on the shot clock. Tonje can't get the Badgers off the hook.
Frank Mitchell going to try to lay some wood on Steven Crowell. Nice follow up there.
Tonje. Great job by McGee to try and tip it in. It just didn't drop. Tonje, a step back 3. Nothing but net.
Yeah, I think that ankle's okay. Hey, Chris, and a silver lining in that loss. When you talk about Garcia's lack of production, and though they lost by 1 point, double overtime, let it fly.
Me too. Baseline now. Out to Tonje. He lets it fly. Strong. Winter misses the putback. Draws the foul.
They're having a lot of success down there. Putting a lot of pressure on Steven Crowell and Nolan Winter.
John Tonje way too strong from deep.
Janicki's not a good player. He is, but Gophers have seen something tonight in that matchup.
Tonje hits it and draws the foul.
Himself before the Gophers. They get set defensively and get a stop.
Tonje
Tonje getting his game going here in the second half.
Not long. I want to keep my job for a while.
You're not going anywhere, don't worry. Tonje, a friendly roll.
I mean,
Runs for Rutgers, turns it over.
Can't be loose.
Tonje slashing, attacking, and rolling it off the rim.
But that's the look at his hustle, though. He gets the foul, but
After a good start to the night, 0 for 5, and a turnover their last 6 trips, but they get a stop and a turnover, and Tonje to the rack.
he knows how to body search. Nice pass as well.
After free throw to make it 14-8. Here's Tonje again, and he's met at the rim by Bailey.
Wow, great help. Right to the rim. Ooh, goodness.
Well, spot up. No. Rebound comes out to Klesmit. And they'll reset. Tonje, no. And there's Bailey for the board.
At the end of the week, they relocate beautifully, though. Dribble drive, guys present themselves. He's had a tough night, hasn't he?
Yeah, Tonje.
Tough shot, knocks it down.
Long rebound out to Tonje.
It is the advantage to the offense on those long rebounds.
Tonje lost the handle, guarded tightly, somehow scores.
Again, all the lift lets you take your over. Physical.
Durkak, last year's NEC Player of the Year at Merrimack. And again, Rutgers.
And they are jacking him quick without running stuff.
They are squarely far away from that.
What a cut.
Pass.
What a great play. The bigs can pass beautifully. Crowd, what a great.
Couple of seasons at Temple, then Iowa State.
Look at this strength.
Tonje.
Wow, that's just aggressive performance.
Scarlet Knights bench. With Harper still trying to come back from the flu.
Nice power.
Tonje rolled it off the rim.
He's really getting stuck on the one side. He does make tough shots.
Tonje creates the separation and knocks down the deep one.
Well, he hasn't been able to get to the rim.
Tonje off the Gilmore screen. Tonje again. No. Rebound for Williams. Stretch the lead back to double digits here.
Yeah, nice little Gilmore tip, too, to his teammate.
Tonje blocked. Grant's got to him. Scarlet Knights with numbers if
with the big front line of Winter and Crowell.
Owen Freeman, 32 in blacks, and only important that he stays out of foul trouble.
And it's John Tonje rejected by Freeman, and the Big Ten's best shot blocker with a good start. Freeman lost it. Stop for the Badgers. Tonje saves it.
Mismatch here.
Out for a Tonje 3. He connects. Turn around for Tonje. Short. Sanford is there.
Iowa's sewn the Badgers out of its rhythm.
Klesmit around the winter screen. Tonje trying to get going. And he does. He has 10 quick ones.
Yeah, that's the first time he's touched. I think that's the first time he's even touched the ball in several minutes. It's hard to keep a rhythm that way.
Tonje rattled out. Tapped out by Crowell.
Into one ISO here.
He does on Bello. Rips through. Left it short. Dembele tapped it away. Into the hands of Tonje. 1 on the clock. He's fouled. And it goes.
This timeout down in Indianapolis. A game that was littered with fouls. 42 fouls between the two teams. Tonje launches for 3. Short. And it's out of bounds off of Wisconsin. Greg Gonderzik. Elon transfer. Tonje up and under. Wisconsin's on the board.
We've seen slow starts from Wisconsin. Have your release outlet and then bring a shooter to the corner. You hopefully get a quick 3 coming out of it.
Mari McGee gets it to Tonje for 3. Tonje short off the heel.
But exactly what you're supposed to do.
By the way, Wisconsin shooting 85% from the free throw line. They have single-handedly won a couple of games this year at the free throw line. Tonje for 3, nails that one.
I think that's the thing John actually hear right from the officials.
They don't have to come over and tell us, and we're playing messenger. Tonje's got to get going with that basketball. And an air ball and shot clock violation.
4.4, 3.8 rebounds, 3.6. Like, they rebound as 5. It's really fun to watch.
Tonje, no whistle. Winter keeps it alive. And then to grow.
Jeff, that's the thing to me, is I think there's still a lot of room to grow.
Tonje falls away. No good. Winter offensive rebound and putback.
In the power conferences that play more slowly than Butler does. This is a rare day where it's Wisconsin that wants to push tempo here, Brian. And Tonje, you talked about him getting to the line. He's going to do just that. Greg Gard saying yesterday it's threes and it's rim twos. And it's the twos at the rim which have won out so far here. Now Tonje with one of those threes there, and the rebound to Brooks. Last year all Big Ten all freshman team. Tonje trying to get him going. And King high for the rebound for the Bulldogs, and here comes King. Tonje backs his way in, blocked by screen.
And that's the defense that I'm
got most of his damage at the line. Shot clock at 5. This is Tonje. He'll try a 3. Not there. And the rebound, McCaffrey. Here's Butler. To an 8-point game, a near turnover by Janicki. But now Tonje wide open.
And that's how this game is felt every time.
Wisconsin in no hurry. We talked about them playing at a faster pace this year, but this is a time where they're more than happy to milk the shot clock. Maybe could have taken a few more seconds.
It should have taken a few more seconds. Exactly.
Johnson has led from the get-go.
And their Butler finally switched that action.
Tonje with a head of steam hanging in the air, doesn't go. And the Bulldogs with the rebound. Here's McCaffrey.
Over the top of Ben Humrickhouse. Humrickhouse strong defensively against Northwestern. Then 1 of 9 from three-point range. That's a tough 2. John Tonje. That's what he does, North and West. It's just so hard to help off that. Jonas living in the paint. Tonje, the fend off, the step back, comes up short, and Boswell clears the board. Jonas, swing it, Winter. Krause stays on the bench for the time being. Drive, knocked away. Ivisic tracked it on Tonje. 6 to shoot. Gilmore attempts. 13 to shoot now for Tonje. Shimmy shake, step into the 3. Off the heel, rebound uncontested to Ivisic. Nothing has been easy for. And it, Crowell right back to his point guard. Baseline drive, 7 to shoot. Tonje, pump, fire, short. Under for the lineup. When Wisconsin, Noah, dealing with some serious foul trouble. 2 on Klesmit, Crowell, and Blackwell. So to keep this game close with those 3 guys on the bench, there you see Tonje operating out of that low post. Find Tonje for another look at the basket. Off the screen, Tonje puts White in jail, goes right at Johnson. He got the nice defensive play inside. Earned number 1, and that stopped the ball. Blackwell really grown more comfortable as a ball handler through the season. Tonje can't get the roll. And another foul on the loose ball. Reason behind, or that time just realizing it's one-on-one here with the big, and I'm going to get my game on. Tonje, attack mode. Finally an easy basket at the rim for John Tonje. It's been one of those nights. Keep this at a 10-point game. Now Klesmit's turn. Probes through. Tonje in the corner. In and out for 3. Tonje secures the board. Just feels like it's going in every time at this rate. You're so surprised when it doesn't. Good defense there. But Trey White staying in the play. You got Ivisic in front of you, protecting the when you play a place that's a little bit dysfunctional, and there's no question that Louisville was. It's going to take some time for him to kind of adjust to what Illinois is doing. Tonje sticks the 3 ball. Does count. McGee with 6. McGee drives. McGee with 3. Inside Tonje. Forces it up. Knocked away. And a shot clock violation will end the fast break. Seconds remaining here in Champaign. 7-point ball game. McGee, attack mode. Tonje sets the feet. His 3 ball is true. 28.6 on the clock. This time he can't finish. Rebound poked around. McGee has it on the outside. 8 seconds left.
Tonje's going to have to force it up with 5 seconds left. Can't hit. Rebound gives Lawhorn, and that's going to do it here from State.
John Tonje now over to Winter. Blackwell initiates. Got to get rid of it. You let that one fly. It seemed like the buzzer.
I think he was pumped and ready for this game.
Tonje again drives, missed the layup. Tonje lets it fly. He hits from distance.
Right, and that's just excellent patience. The ball
from distance, 8 of their 11 shots coming from beyond the arc.
Yeah, but good defense by Wisconsin. They kept the ball on the strong side of the court.
Tonje again, not this time. McGee to Carter Gilmore, one extra pass. Tonje had it blocked. Tonje again ripped away by Cam. Important stretch for Marquette with Cam Jones on the bench. They've still been able to create points. As Tonje up and under, and he gets to roll. Tonje with a dozen.
Well,
see shooting percentage. Really get Marquette in the bonus early. Tonje trying to get space. Tonje for 2.
I mean, that's between 2 defenders. And outstanding balance.
Nice ball fake by Carter Gilmore. Kick it back out. Tonje 3. That is short. Came off his hand funny. It's going to be out of bounds. Rimmed in and out.
Well, and you see, too, by the makeup of this Wisconsin team now, a lot of the swing offense. Oh, big goal.
Wow, Ben Gold went up at the rim. Tonje driving left hand. Gold again on the defense. And Shaka Smart is going to beat Wisconsin for the first time in his coaching career. Klesmit back up, no good. Gold with the rebound.
Both sides of the floor. Prowl around to Tonje, averaging 23 points per game this year. Facilitates inside, and it's blocked. Wolf came in on the help. Gale, Prowl thought about it. It looked for him to be more aggressive offensively. He's been great spreading the ball around, leading the team in assists. Tonje laces the 3. This dude's shooting 43% from threes. 3.5 assists per game so far this year. Now the shot clock gone for Tonje on the drive. Tonje physical. That time, rebound back to the outside. Blackwell.
No one permits, but as college basketball is changing, Greg Gard has 2.
A steal. Tonje to the rim. John Tonje upstairs. Out there for 3. Good box out by Gilmore.
Both teams have had open looks from 3.
Bounce it. Tonje inside. Can't finish. Rebound poked around. Donaldson secures. Numbers have you heard. Dusty May, first year in the Big Ten as a head coach, student manager in his college days at Indiana. Tonje in and out for 3. Rebound inside. Vacuumed in. Crowell couldn't finish. Clock on for Klesmit. Crowell keeps his eyes up. Tonje sets the feet and hits the 3. He can score for the big man. Tonje just fending off on his way to the paint. Squeezes between. Doesn't matter. 2 more for Tonje.
You got Gale right there. You got Danny Wolf right there.
Reuben Jones back on the floor with Golden on the bench. Cheddar out there as well. Drive from Tonje. That was awkward and he missed it. 7 to shoot for Crowell. Picked up his dribble. Gilmore already hit a 3 in the first half. Now Tonje is going to have to fire the grenade. A deep one at the end of the clock. Nearly pegged it in. Blackwell vacuums in the board. Infinite. Tonje has come alive in the second half. Tonje spins. And Golden stood his ground. He'll stay here.
That had some like Harden on it.
Nicky forces Janicki too strong. And again, it's an offensive board. Tonje open. Bullseye. For what they've been bringing. Big one from Golden. Missed it. Rebound Winter. It's Tonje for the tie. Oh, man. He put it close. But
Look at the lineups there for Wisconsin. This is a game of confidence, and if you are 0-8. That's one of the biggest things you have to struggle with is trying to find confidence.
And John Tonje picks up where he has.
In November in college basketball, a lot of guards getting in trouble trying to get too far downhill.
Blackwell, winner of the sophomores. Tonje is one of the veterans, and he'll hit his second three out of the left side. Blackwell is the other big scorer. He's doubled up his scoring from his freshman season when he was all Big Ten. Here's Tonje one more time. He'll miss this time, and Spinelli rebounds. The single digits. As we hit the midpoint of the first half, the Kohl Center today in Madison. Here's Tonje, who was hot early with a quick 8, and he's headed back to the foul line.
And straight up and waited for his teammates to come help defensively. That's textbook defense right there on Tonje.
And that was clean. And this is clean. Tonje on the cut, gets the easy two-hand dunk, gets over the top of the crowd.
I like Sunderland. He's playing with some passion right now.
Tonje will miss. Chicago State. Crowell on the block. Triple try for Tonje is short. Robinson.
Robinson had a great look. That's the easiest three to knock down right at the top of the key.
Strong take by Tonje, cut off. He'll fade back, rolls out, and there's Crowell for the easy putback.
He's going to mix it up a little bit.
Kind of wonder if that's been a point of emphasis. Let's try to get inside and attack a little bit more. Ooh. And there is Tonje attacking, and that's Robinson there to deny him on the
perimeter, trying to keep that dribble penetration to a minimum.
Step back three for Blackwell is wide right. Crowell gets the rebound and hands it off to Tonje for an easy lay-in. Tonje with jumper. Wisconsin has led by as many as 11 a few times. Tonje will try to up that, and he will. 17 for John Tonje.
I understand that when he catches the basketball, you don't have time to jack around. You've got to be very efficient going against these Badgers.
Tonje off balance, can't get that to go.
Yeah, these are two of the better passing teams in America, too. And that's something to watch. Klesman in the lane. Tonje for three. And Leggett, a strong rebound in traffic.
Where he kind of comes around on that handoff and gets going to a strong hand.
Tonje posting on Austin. This is a matchup to watch all day. Lefty hook is short. Leggett clears. So the two teams combined are now 0 for 8 from 3. Gilmore. He could have taken a bath before shooting that one. Tonje will oblige, but he missed it. And a bounce it goes.
Ball screen and realizes that Austin's man is protecting the paint. Found him wide open in the corner. What a pass by Jalen Lowe.
Tonje can't hit. He's a tough shot maker. He was a heck of a player. Led them to that NCAA tournament run in 2023. Tonje on the baseline, spins out. Crowell is there to clean it up. He couldn't finish.
When Corin goes out of the game, you really thought LSU tried to exploit that matchup on the inside. Tonje can't get this one to go, but
only a 6-0 start, first time since 2018-2019. Wisconsin, no field goals going on 3.5 minutes until now. John Tonje, a great backdoor cut for 2.
And what they do, they win that on the play. Just go up and catch it. Jump higher, catch it, don't bring it down. And another possession. And Tonje driving it to the rim.
Tonje's, and remember, no Damian Dunn. He is officially out with a hand injury, will not return for Pitt. So they're third leading scorer at 13 a game. Tonje misses in the mid-range, rebound down to Leggett.
Really not an issue for this Pittsburgh team. They're just going to miss that physical presence on the inside. Tonje!
Up top for the slam.
With the cut. And who was it on the assist?
9 points for the season. He's got 5 in 5 minutes off the bench. McGee outside Tonje. Catch and shoot triple, you bet. The response from Tonje.
Jalen Lowe got the switch, was kind of looking around as Tonje drives it in here again, gets it up high, off the glass. Physical with Lowe. It's important for Pittsburgh offensively to set good screens. Once they set good screens, as Tonje rises up for the deep three.
It can grab its first lead since it was 2-0. Tonje down the lane and a goaltend on Austin. The Badgers are back in front. We approach the midway point of the second half. Tonje into the body of Diaz. Graham for 2 more. He has taken over here in the second half and has 20. Free throw shooting 93%. Just his 4th miss of the year. 3-point pit lead. Tonje into Austin for 2.
He's going to continue to do it. He's just going to continue to put his head down.
Has to patiently wait his turn. In his 3rd year with the Badgers, he has broken out. Tonje inside the scoop again. He's got 29 with 17 in the set. Klesmit, open look for 3. And Crowell volleyballs it out to Tonje. Down the lane he goes. 2 more. Give him 31. His 2nd game of 30 plus. John Tonje, game high 31. There he is against Austin. Shot clock at 3. Tonje again. 25 of his 33 in the second half. The lead. Certainly looking the part of the 19th ranked team in the country right now. Shot clock to 3. They've got to go. Tonje will hoist. He's off the mark. And it's a foul on Wisconsin. They're over 88 per game this year. Crowell all day for 3. Tonje an offensive rebound. And back up and in. You think about how deep this team is. Those are his first 2. Wisconsin lead. UCF's without a field goal going on 3.5 minutes. And Wisconsin showing no signs of slowing down. Tonje to the rim. Now that's a layup throw.
We talked about it.
Tomorrow, and then we'll be back for you Sunday. So get your relaxation in tomorrow. Oh, that's a good finish from Tonje. Up and under he goes. 6 points in the last 2 minutes.
Side and finish. Really impressive.
37-18. Approaching 5 to go in the first half. Tonje down the lane again. Winter tipped it. No. Volleyballing it around. And it's in traffic. Gilmore got a piece. And he pinned it on the glass. Tonje lost it going up. And UCF finally a chance to run.
Player is his ability to change speeds. Pulls that ball out. Got to the spin move. As Tonje lets this 3 go. But Johnson, 1,000-point.
And they're 5 for 12 from 3. Shot clock to 10. Crowell always looking to facilitate. Finds a cutting Tonje for 2 more. 8 first half points for him. Another dime from Crowell. Largest lead for Wisconsin was 22. And UCF has not led. Tonje, corner pop. Rebound Chiam. Here comes UCF. Little pep.
3 for 6 from behind the 3-point line. Got to figure out what you're going to do when he's setting those ball screens.
That's another winning play from Gilmore. A couple of blocks, backdoor feed. Blackwell to Tonje, and the Wisconsin leads back to. There's a lot of people in Wisconsin colors today. Cardinal and white enjoying things. As Tonje floats one up and in. He is just so efficient anywhere on the floor that he shoots from.
Pittsburgh on Sunday, man, 2 high-level basketball teams that, in my opinion, after watching what we did in the first game, that Pittsburgh team needs to be ranked in the top 25.
Get his team right for what's going to be a battle on Sunday. And still a very big game for both them and LSU. Tonje, step back triple. Winter on the offensive glass. As is UCF.
Sears and Carter have been so good up to this point in time in the season, and just didn't have their best nights on the offensive end of the floor.
Bring some energy. Carter Gilmore on the floor as well off the bench. John Tonje gets to take a shot. There he goes from 3. And he misses. 0 for 3 to start this game from distance. But they are all shooting threes no matter what. But that's what Kahil Fennell has brought into this program. Guys that can shoot threes. Tonje answers on the other end. Short. And Crowell with a rebound. Couple kind of quick threes for them. Now the Badgers got to take advantage of it. Tonje not to be. Crowell runs it down. 1. Klesmit, 3. In and out. Tonje with an offensive rebound. Tonje for 3. We're tied. RGV. Tonje, deep 3. Got it.
10 to shoot now for the transfer Tonje from Missouri. picks up the dribble. 5 on the clock. Right back to Tonje inside. Tough bucket and the foul.
Great cut off the basketball.
Out. As Klesmit has it on the outside. Gilmore double, leaves the open man Tonje on the attack. Jump stop. Can't finish. Crowell had it knocked away and out of bounds. It'll stay with Wisconsin.
Defensively skilled, but they get after defensively as well, especially Bradley and Lewis.
Tonje on the attack, 12 to shoot, gets inside and lays it home. Double figures in all 3 games. Around the horn.
Good job keeping Klesmit out of the paint.
10 to shoot now, Tonje. Tough turnaround. Short. And a rebound cleared by Krivas. 8 minutes to play in the first half. Blackwell to fake. Tonje the 3. Got it! John Tonje is...
Rare time you see Bradley out of control there.
Tonje, step away. Couldn't finish. Got clock on for Crowell. Around Tonje. Already up to 16 points. Tonje puts his head down. Oh, patience inside. Back down. Going to use as much size as he can, but Krivas immovable. Tonje loads it up. Can't hit the 3. Offensive rebound. Second chance. The Wildcats.
All that work the Badgers did for naught. That's why they're number 9 in the country.
Tonje laces a 3.
Tell you what, when Krivas develops a left-hand hook, he's going to be really good.
Tonje! Splash! Handoff McGee. 15 to shoot. Drive and kick. Tonje loads it up. Oh! John Tonje! The entire way as they honor the 2014 and 15 National Final Four teams. And Bo Ryan has to... Oh! That's a layup wedgie! That never happens! That 100 times. And how much would that happen? Great entry. Tonje. Oh. 40. 10 to shoot. Deep one. Way off.
Threadgill picking up a screen. Kicks right to the hands of Max Klesmit. Here comes John Tonje in transition. Easy lay for 2.
That's the best look you can get, transition defense.
Crowell. Over to Gilmore. Flips on to McGee. Tonje. Deep 3. That one short and out of bounds. Badgers will slow things down a little bit. Tonje against Alston. Goes up through contact, just can't get the bounce to fall through.
I love this post game at the back.
McGee to Crowell, top of the key, flip over to Tonje. Finds a little bit of space, step back for 3, bang!
Beautiful move, fake like he was gonna go into the post.
Back out to McGee, Crowell in the corner. Cross-court pass, Blackwell pulls it back down, off 2, picks out. Tonje, top of the key, short. But another offensive rebound back out top to Tonje. Tonje working off a screen, pulls up, deep 2, can't connect, offensive rebound, no. Tipped out of Blackwell's hand. And App State just can't solve how to put the bucket through the hoop after that hot start. Now Tonje off 1, contact, no foul, but he puts it through the Badgers. Badgers back the other way, still on that 20-0 run. Tonje trying to make it 22. There it is.
It looked like John Tonje cut right there where Stephen Crowell went over there to go help instead of Stephen Crowell.
Crowell doubled. Cross-court pass. Tonje pulls up for 3. Short. Put back for Winter and a foul.
Something App State's going to have to take advantage of. This Badger team loves to give up threes by helping each other out. They just got to knock down their looks and they can cut this lead down.
Tonje tucks in, drives and finishes.
High off the glass, put it in the spot where
the folks from Minnesota on that side. App State's got one of their own. He's got the latest bucket. Tonje off 2, floats and finishes. Back to a
lost track of him. What's impressive, like you said, it looked like he slipped a little bit, still stayed on his foot and was able to do a little floater. Nice little look. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, John Tonje. Hello.
That one just going to be on Wisconsin, pretty much just stall out and take care of the ball.
Both teams in the double bonus. 6 minutes to go. From the corner, shot on the way from Tonje, no good. Well, Marcus Silva recently checked into this, get comfortable as Klesmit fires a three off the pass from free tag. Doesn't convert, but Tonje steps back in the lane, knocks it down.
Yeah, nice bucket right there, and like you said about Dane.
Klesmit guarded by Patterson. Feeds Crowell. He's good with a height advantage. Tonje, the pump fake. Step back three. It's good. John Tonje.
Yeah, John Tonje picking.
Blackwell finds Tonje, who's 1 for 1. Stops through contact. He's blocked. And Montana State once again on the break. McMahon. Klesmit still hot from the three. Will he try another heat check? He'll give to Crowell. Now Tonje from the corner. Defender reached, but Tonje couldn't get it to go.
A little bit of a force there from John Tonje. Able to get back in time. You got to read that, especially against this Montana State team. They're not really looking to shoot at the rim. They're looking for that driving kick, especially when you're guarding Garacki.
John Tonje looked like a physics problem there.
Tonje with the entry pass to Crowell. He's doubled. Kicks to Winter. Winter back to Tonje. He'll pull up for three. That one off the mark short. Rebound by Boston. Wisconsin looking to shoot. Now Janicki. Amos 0 for 2 to start from the field. Now inside to Tonje. Tonje bullying his way to the rim. Can't finish. It was short. Holy Cross going up to Tonje. Now Klesmit. Klesmit back out to Tonje. Pulls it down. Puts it on the floor. Tonje through contact off the rim. No good. Loose ball. Rebounded by McGee. Contact. A strolled tip, but it was right into the hands of Tonje. Now Klesmit pulls it back down. Kicks to the corner. McGee, extra pass to Tonje. Top, knocks it down.
A little good, better, best shot.
Then by McGee. Wisconsin can tie it on this trip down the floor. Blackwell to Tonje. He's got an open look. It's good. Tied up at the Kohl Center. Ross takes the lead right back.
Silencer there for Max Green and a much-needed shot from the Crusaders.
Tonje inside. Contact, finishes. No foul. I don't think Tonje liked it, but
Dave Paulson now animated on the sideline, getting his guys fired up, ready for this last 40 seconds here, finishing the half strong.
Tonje pulls up three, long. Hauled in, maybe trying to get. McGee kicks to Tonje, entry pass to Winter. Back to Tonje, he looks to pull the trigger. That one true.
Something about John Tonje.
Max Green, here come the Crusaders with numbers. But now Green loses the handle on it, and Tonje's open down the other end. He'll look to go off two and finishes. Well, to Crowell. McGee to Tonje. Tonje, he's got an open look. He'll fire the three. That one off the mark, but a foul. And it'll stay. Cuts this one back down to 15. Under 5 minutes to go. Tonje driving against Warren. Easy finger roll off the glass.
Yeah, you can just see.
The bigs of Wisconsin, they got to keep the bigs of Michigan honest. Early offense, Wolf misses from the outside. Tonje the board. He had 7 rebounds, 32 points in the win over Michigan State.
Fine. Dribble drive, opens up those threes.
Burnett, short, right to Tonje. Tonje with a head of steam. Skip it. Jones. Air ball.
Legs? What do you think?
I think he could be a little bit stronger. The pace for averaging 15.5 points per game. He's got 5 here in the first half.
Open middle. Good cross-court look.
Cheddar off the side of the rim.
Creighton's a team that doesn't foul. Wisconsin the same.
Jones penetrates, switching hands, and rebounded by Tonje. They can bring this lead to double figures.
There it is again.
Step back, Jay. Off the mark. And the box out by Tonje.
Great block out by Tonje.
Wood on wood.
where that foul line is beckoning.
Blackwell.
Nice screen.
Corner. Klesmit can't hit the three.
Who's there?
Tonje, the offensive rebound. He's in a crowd, and it gets denied by Cheddar.
Not a great three-point shooting team. And this is where they're great, coming to their dominant hand.
Aikens with a shot clock winding down. It does hit the rim, and it's rebounded by Tonje. What a breakthrough season it's been for the staff. It's 24-18 Michigan State. Fears crosses over. Works his way in. Missed it. Zapala knockaway, and Wisconsin's got it. Up the floor for Blackwell. Makes his move. An 81% shooter. They have not missed as a group. 6 of 6. And the announcer jinx.
They have not run a pick and pop for Crowell, nor a post-up.
Is going to go on. The box score is a block for Aikens. Out of the timeout. High archer dances around and off for Fiddler. Handled by semifinals.
Aikens not on the floor. When he comes in, they got to get him going.
Pull up pop. Holloman off. It's out there by Crowell.
Sure it was. Broad shoulders. With power. Little hook game.
Cooper. Spin. Left hand.
Coming up empty. One and done.
Rebounded by Tonje.
And Michigan State, they also fourth in the nation.
Watch the hammer play. Back screen for Richardson.
Fears. Kick. Holloman. It's blocked. Gilmore. Carter Gilmore gets it with 6 seconds to go.
How prepared
before the end of this one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Daly. Now, Rick mentioned it. Klesmit missed 3 games.
Completely confused when the official wouldn't let him go in the game, and then the official had to admit he didn't notice that Amos was in the game beforehand with that T-shirt on. That's why there was a little bit of confusion.
Call that the Pat Ewing rule.
Kyle misses both.
Good defensive stop, but you don't clean up the defensive glass. Blackwell, Johnny on the spot.
That 2-point basket from Blackwell was the first 2-pointer in 9 minutes for Wisconsin. Giving Mick Cronin exactly what he wanted when he went into his bench. Kyle is struggling at the free throw line, though. Wisconsin looks like they wish the first half hadn't ended. You know where the party is.
Yeah, well, it's wherever we make it.
In and out on the second. Isn't that what's fun about 16 threes on this date 1 year ago? That's what's funny when you set a record that significant, that outlandish, 16 threes, and the last time you did it was last year.
Right. Wow, what an incredible display.
Sky Clark, no. Every possession for UCLA feels like the whole building is saying, all right, hurry up. And
out that the players would always sit on during a longer timeout. Mick waved them away, said no chairs, forced the entire team to stand up and listen during that extended timeout.
Those are great out.
Carter Gilmore had a beat on that offensive rebound.
Here's Barry. And now here comes John Tonje. Unanimous first team all-league, John Tonje. Martinelli going quick. And Tonje the board.
Watch Tonje on this possession.
Mullins passed up the 3. Low clock. Can't score it. And Tonje has it with the shot clock off.
So great defense on Mullins, forcing that miss.
We lose there to Illinois. Martinelli. I almost said wrong foot, and then I realized there's no such thing.
True, because he can do it off either one.
The largest of the day.
This is something that Northwestern doesn't do a great job of, is coming from behind in the second half. So they really have their work cut out for them here against this Badgers club.
Way to go before we get to the championship game. That would be a championship game matchup. So this goes back to what we talked about in the first game with Biddle and Ballo facing off. If you're a 6'10", 7-footer in this league, 4 years. And he's almost doubled that this season.
Yep. Showing you the opportunity and preparation comes together at the right time.
Down to 3. And get an open look for Gilmore, and he's short again. And Tonje cleans it up.
Oh, just relentless.
Great number.
numbers, but they haven't been able to win close games. But they will fight you for every inch of the court.
Ace Baldwin pulls up, fifth-year senior, 3 years for Mike Rose at VCU, and second here at Penn State playing for the final his senior day, but a sophomore with an impressive sequence of 3 to the block shot. Conan Niederhauser. It's been a nice addition coming over from Northern Illinois. And back comes Blackwell, already on top by 5.
Number 7 for Wisconsin. That does not show up in the stat sheet, but it does show up in the video tomorrow.
Tonje got a step, got a little stuck, but got it back. And they'll go right back to the line. Greg Gard, he is the only transfer. The other 6 had been in the program at least a couple of years. Kern misses, Tonje with a rebound.
Oh, here he comes. He's going to try to draw free throws.
Blackwell lets it go down. Penn State with a chance to tie or lead for the first time. This would give them that lead well short. Tonje. And it's the missed dunk from Tonje. DeLeon to the glass. Put back, no. Penn State had a couple of great looks there.
Point blank twice. In the country in assists at 7 a game, so that's nothing new for him.
1 out of 2 for Hicks, 7-point lead.
6% from 3 here in this building.
The Gophers have performed much better on the road in conference play. O'Calley had a great spin to miss the shot, and now a foul. And it to get through it healthy.
Think about just the waiting. You know, that's what you look forward to your whole life. You play Division II, you get an opportunity to play here, and then you got to sit out twice because you tear your ACL twice.
15th career game. A native of nearby Eagan, Minnesota. Patterson, no. Now Blackwell. Off the... Femi O'Calley saw that coming, forced a turnover. For Pat Patterson, contested 2. And Tonje clears. Final 90 seconds. Mike Mitchell Jr. fadeaway. No. Foul bounces underneath Blackwell. Kicks it out. Nolan Winter for 3. Short. Long rebound to Tonje. That's a deep 3. And underneath. A chance here. This trip down the floor. Garcia for the lead.
No, it's too slow to do it. Underneath, this is Cooper, step in middle. So the Spartans trying to play through some early jitters. And Izzo is trying to get them on the blocks and get them going. Again, he's looking for some day late. On the wing. Well defended, straight up. Fiddler into the game now, 2-on-1 run out. Blackwell, boy, sweet dime. Blackwell this season per game. Here comes Fears, finds his spot. Well short. Badgers averaging a shade under game. Kohler, look at the footwork that Jim alluded to earlier. The spin, the fade. That's pretty everything but the finish.
Yeah, well defended, though. If you get him sliding away from the basket, he wants to take that pivot foot concert, and that's allowing them to prevent any transition fast break points.
Akins coming around the corner short.
Nice move here by Blackwell.
Too far from the tree. This young man just oozes with talent, and he's starting to put it all together. Big Ten Freshman of the Week in that final week.
Went over Michigan State. Quick back, doesn't go. Knocked back out. Tonje.
Look at this kid, the strength to get by.
Winter. Bottom.
Good shoulder. We have not seen his talent exhibited here.
That screen. Krell hands to Tonje.
Look at them double when he gets in the lane.
Shooting practice. Gilmore drains the 3.
But once again, getting into the lane presence. Well, they're not knocking down those perimeter shots.
Tonje drive and kick.
Look at
Gilmore
this.
with a purpose. Gilmore slams it down.
Undeterred.
He's only 6'2", giving up some size there.
At about 50 pounds.
Krell back in, creating space with the left hand.
Oh, they slipped him in there. Had not gone to the post.
That's right.
Here's Crowell. Oh, what a finish. Back-to-back twos for Crowell after the Badgers started the guards in this conference. Guy Clark made a point to say, here's Tonje creating a look for Xavier Amos. It's contagious. He got up and watched it on the Big Ten YouTube channel this morning. There's Winter inside.
A little bit of confusion.
Call that the Pat Ewing rule. That was instituted due to Patrick Ewing.
Amos!
And they didn't forget how to defend under Greg Gard.
Nice pass. Tonje to Crowell.
I mean, Tonje passed Crowell.
From Blackwell, he shot 40 times the last 2 games. Easily the most aggressive when it comes to shooting. 2-game run of his season. McGee on senior day knocks down his first 3. Now what a good 5.
Coach Rhodes, Coach Crispin drawing up some tremendous lethal plays out of these dead balls.
Blackwell tries a 3. Good response.
From Williams Arena and found a lot of success. Tonje on the drive, underneath the Blackwell. Shot clock at 5. The turnaround, Jay, smooth. Now a 12-0 Wisconsin run.
When their defense on the road to a good 3, Wisconsin's like the epitome of that. They'll pass up a good shot for a great one.
That's a great one right there.
Right there, on cue. Great touch.
So Dana Altman said wanted to get him going early. That's a good sign for Oregon.
Indeed, 0 for 7 from the field.
Crowell, two-handed flush. Defense, yes, it has stepped up here late.
Swarming, isn't it?
Tonje to Winter. This would be huge.
Tonje needs help. They had Winter. Nice job defensively by Smith. Tonje trying to create off the double team. Jumper, Winter, book it. Wow. Triple. He is a winner as well. His spot with this team, playing with a lot of confidence, making threes. Oh, the redirect. Tonje, kick, Janicki, again! Janicki knocks it in. Janicki swing, shot clock at 10. Here he goes. Tonje, ball fake. Nice pass. Short, Blackwell, fire and ice working together. And the deployment.
Stanford attacks the closeout, can't put it through. He didn't have his feet underneath him, was a little off balance on that pull-up. Klesmit, too much space for 3.
All about shot selection for Kiowa. Gets a run out. You got to be a little bit smarter with how you break that three-quarter court pressure if you're the Badgers.
Tonje back out there, leaves it for Crowell. Knocks down the 3. Stephen Crowell shooting just 33. Blackwell, Winter, Tonje, McGee, and Gilmore the 5 for Greg Gard. Winter on the dive. Oh, that's pretty inside. Winter with a little English.
That's 2 weak side.
Now Wisconsin looking to put it in. It's a nice little string of possessions from Iowa. It's Klesmit for the tie. It's there. Max Klesmit buries another 3.
Talk about a quick dribble drives. He'll come right behind you. Winter was there, but just better offense from Goody.
And if he can catch fire, that changes a lot for this team.
That's the same exact play. It's just a different player. And Goody goes through the pass.
Oh, Jalen Leach blowing up that ball screen action.
Klesmit lets it fly. And it goes for the sharpshooter.
That's
Kamari McGee keeps it alive. Tonje underhands Gilmore. He puts it in off the window.
Well, we got to watch Kamari McGee. Good decision by Martinelli.
Tonje kicks it out. Carter Gilmore having a career afternoon. 13 points for the senior out of
at the beginning of the game.
Here's Tonje looking for room on the baseline. There is none. 5 to shoot for Klesmit. Off the window, and Max Klesmit with his first 2 of the.
Off of Barr's hand. Blackwell. Spot up Tonje. Trails Crowell. And Wisconsin is up 9 with 30 to go. Marine out there. Well, great ball move there by Wisconsin to get a 3 for Blackwell. Hey, man, that's a quintessential Wisconsin possession.
Claude and for AG, both on the floor for SC.
At this point, down 16, I think you got to ride them. I don't think this is time to be managing their minutes as Klesmit knocks down another three. You got to keep.
Don't look at the record. Look at what's on the court right now. These guys are ready to play tonight.
Here's Kamari McGee for three, and that gets the crowd involved.
Tell you what.
Beats Patterson, who misses the three. Tonje for McGee, blocked by Mitchell, but that's a goaltend. Excellent. 7. Crowell. For three.
Stephen Crowell. I'm telling you.
This past week. Question about whether he's 100%. He didn't have a full practice until this morning. Nice pass inside, Amos.
Empty side, ball screen. Nice slip to the rim.
The pick from Gilmore. 5 to shoot. Tonje probing, cutting, late pass. A 3 from Gilmore. Oh, deep in the shot clock. Wow.
This is amazing.
Quality shots. They got away from it for about 8 or 9 minutes of this game, and that's why they're down so big.
And it was 30-27 Iowa with inside 7 to go in the first half, and there's Gilmore getting in on it. The school record is 18. Did that against Nebraska a few years ago. No look on the nice cut from Blackwell.
We don't believe in jinxes, man.
No, we don't.
Tonje to Crowell. Beautiful touch pass.
And that's one of the last little Christmas gift. That's all that was.
Yes, of course. Early St. Nick gift.
Yeah, absolutely.
Winner steps into a 3. Nolan Winter dials up a triple. And a timeout.
Tonje. Hello, Winter. McCaffrey on him. Nice footwork.
Dave, we talked about one of the keys early on was points in the paint. Where Wisconsin's free throw line, it's the start you needed.
First 4 points in the second half going to the Bulldogs, but Wisconsin has the answer in the person of Winter.
Again, just a simple.
Blackwell. Shot clock under 10. They dump it inside and an easy 2 for Winter.
And that's where he's gotten so much better from last year to.
Swing it now for Tonje. Still leading this team at nearly 22 a night. Bounce it inside. Gilmore. Oh, he goes underneath of Boswell and then banks it home.
The athleticism by Boswell there on display. I like 30, and Avicic got it off.
Tonje with half the shot clock down, looking to draw. Boswell stays with him. Lob it inside. Winter guides it home.
No good patience there. John Tonje, you're so worried about him as a stay alive. Well, you could probably call that every time down there on rebounds.
Nice pass. Klesmit inside for the deuce.
Klesmit just making that cut, making himself available.
Everybody's like, huh? What? What just happened?
Klesmit again. Pops another 3.
Catch an open look, no hesitation.
He was a really solid player at Colorado State, went to Missouri last year, was really never healthy. Shut it down after 8 games, and what an extra season it's been for him. As Stephen.
Great help by Max Klesmit on the backside. Jernigan would have had an open layup had he not been there on the catch.
Here's the other 7-footer inside for an and 1. Nolan Winter with a chance. So with that, you get a couple of free throws, only 1 point, and Wisconsin keeps the ball up by a game-high 17, make it 19 as the Badgers start to pull away. And
he gets that floater to go for the basket.
Tonje on the baseline drive, cut off well. Winter catch and shoot, bottom. And Wisconsin, after missing their first 11. Team to talk about the first 5-0 start in 6 seasons. This guy's a big reason why. Tonje inside, Winter banked it in with a foul. And there's the size of Wisconsin on full.
Penetrating this defense and getting himself all the way down the lane for the tough finish.
Tonje kicks. Janicki connects. We mentioned he can really. McGee's got 9, lead the way in a balanced Wisconsin attack. Tonje for Blackwell. Tries a 3, bullseye. Another triple down the hatchet for his ability at 18 and can start shooting it. The country better be on notice. Tonje, backdoor, black wall for two. You know what part of Wisconsin basketball hasn't stopped? The cutting.
Crowd 7 foot. It's very difficult to maintain your position against guys that are lower than you.
What a pass, what a finish. Beautifully done. Tonje to Crowell for the deuce.
Klesmit guarded by Tate. Gilmore to Tonje, picks up a screen. Looks to enter now to Winter. Fires the three. That one. Go.
Love to see a stretch big. He can get it.
Tonje the other way, slows things down. Now goes to Crowell. Crowell looking to tie off glass. Good. 17 all. Inbound to Gilmore. Tonje's got an open look, but passes it up to go down low to Stephen Crowell. Crowell going to work against Michael Marcus. Badgers have the lead.
And Stephen Crowell going against the freshman. Stephen Crowell's down there battling. They're trying to give him the ball.
They get it to him. Crowell off glass. Good.
Yep. Had him off balance, and now all you had to do was just float the ball only where Stephen Crowell.
Position on that post up. It's a tough kind of fadeaway hook shot from 5 feet away from the basket.
Tonje on the attack, finds Klesmit in rhythm again! Max Klesmit!
Kicks to the corner. Here's John Tonje with the basketball, driving back outside to Crowell. He'll fire the three. That one, good! First bucket of the season for the Badgers comes from Stephen Crowell. Back to Tonje, 10 on the shot clock. Pass inside to Crowell. He's doubled. Working his way through traffic, Stephen Crowell. A quiet night.
Amos had a nice drive. Tonje's had a couple as well. Don't settle every possession for those threes.
Tonje give it up. Contact. There's going to be a foul on Tonje.
Second time we've seen that.
And fears take
those float shots. Opportunities, as you said, in the paint. Just can't convert.
Too high. Tonje was looking for Crowell. Turnover number 5 for Wisconsin. They averaged.
Probably helped his team. So the way that UCLA is, has their lack of performance here this afternoon, I'm sure Mick Cronin will use that to motivate his guys in preparation.
Bounce pass, Janicki. Boy, tough catch in traffic. Shot clock late. Tonje, and there is a traveling violation and a walk. Fourth Wisconsin turnover. Tonje, I think that's number 4, yep. And watching it live, folks, that...
Again, we touched on Michigan State. No clear star. Who do they turn to in this kind of a game late? That's a turnover.
Well, Blackwell was looking for a deflection just then. He was passing it over to Tuffy.
Stone cold.
I was going to say, you look up, you might have gotten a layup with McGee.
Here comes Tonje knifing in.
Great play there by Carr. Got his both hands on that ball.
They're good-looking frames, though. I appreciate it. It does complete the look.
Absolutely. Very waspy.
Steele, Harris, all the way.
See if that gets him going.
As of late, they are undefeated in the month of February here. And that's a different story from last year when they went 2-6 in this month. Spittle gets a steal. But they limped to the finish line last year after being top.
Davis, deep three. Whoa, he can hit that, but that one way off.
Yeah, a little too quick, got numbers here.
What a bad pass by Tonje, and Illinois will get it right back.
Yeah, I thought Tonje should have.
Fifth-year senior, he's got the last 6 for Illinois, does Humberkaus. Tonje thought he got fouled, no whistle. Taken away by Ivasic.
That ball's...
Yeah, it's just tough, the letter of the law on that. Hard on those officials.
Yep, because he didn't wind up.
Yeah. And Tonje turns it over. Boswell kicks it.
C.J. Cox has been a two-way impact player in his freshman year. Tonje turns it over. He tried to take the baseline. Smith, early, Lawyer, shooting
on and off the floor. A takedown in the lane.
McGee saves it. Tonje hits the deck and gives it away. So there were bodies down on the floor all over that possession.
On January 3rd in the 116-85 win over Iowa, they really pulled away in that second half. And that barrage continued as this defense does a nice job of leaking Tonje towards that baseline and out of the outside. Instead, it's going to go the other way with Tonje. Tonje puts the head down, absorbs the contact, and a travel. They'll bring us to a timeout with 6:16.
18.5 assist performance against Purdue.
Tonje muscling up on Rice, stripped.
Get back!
Galloway, leave it. Goody, Teen.
You get some tired bodies out there. That pass says it all.
And a costly turnover at that, as Gilmore will check in on one side and Leo will do the same on the other.
Game 7 points through 10 minutes. And another Wisconsin turnover. Leads to 3-on-2. Wyndham for 3.
It may play out well for Northwestern so that Martinelli doesn't get a foul, because he certainly pushed him.
And Tonje whistled for a travel. Northwestern ball.
Engaged early on. Gilmore, McGee off the bench for Wisconsin. That is an offensive foul.
Defense there by Rodney Rice, hanging in there, and John Tonje gets a little bit.
Tonje got body and a late whistle, and it's an offensive foul.
Timeout against UCLA. They hit 21 against Iowa when they put up 116 points. And Tonje steps out of bounds on the baseline. Turnover, Wisconsin.
Tonje guarding Bilodeau off the mid-post area because he knows he likes to go to that. As you see, another stiff by Kobe Johnson and Scott Clark.
And there's Kobe Johnson just misses the finish. Blackwell trying to kick it out. And paper all over the place. An offensive foul on Tonje.
Now John Blackwell moving it around to Tonje. This is Tonje's game. He drives it, looking for contact. He's a big, strong guard. And he either scores or he puts the defender in a position. And I heard this multiple times in talking to the people I talked to today at Wisconsin, just how unselfish this Wisconsin team is.
Tonje forced into a turnover. That's the 7th.
Top 5 for active players in the country.
Michael Parrish has got to be more aggressive getting to the offensive glass. He's got to get some easy.
Steal from Bradshaw. Knocked back here to Thornton.
Ohio State.
Badgers dipping into the bench. Carter Gilmore in, trying to post up. There's a turnover. Here come the Buckeyes. And that's an alley-oop. And his quick first step lost it. 3 seconds to shoot. Wrapped up. Back to the Buckeyes. Inside of 2 minutes and down 6. Got to go to work.
It would have hurried.
Patterson pulls up. Off the heel, Tonje the board, and he stepped on his own teammate. It's Osama who misses the scoop layup, and Tonje just now back to his feet. Well, he had missed a couple of threes tonight, but he was locked in on that try. Tonje is stripped.
Mike Mitchell is taking it upon himself to be up.
Well, he has taken over between Bailey's 2 fouls.
11 points for Acuff, and Rutgers finally gets a stop.
Leaving your feet.
Find better opportunities. He'll be able to make better passes, and that's something that they've been working with him on.
Here's Tonje, and it's down the line. That doesn't count. That's
8 total turnovers the last 2 games combined for Wisconsin. Had just 3 in the game against Butler. And a turnover there on back-to-back possessions. Who said we don't believe in Jim? Fuchs' first points of the ball game, 7 minutes. And tapped away. 8th turnover in the game for Wisconsin. Up ahead, running the break. Lug
on the year. Credit to Wisconsin defensively. Now Klesman has it knocked away. Good hustle by King to track it down. King inside. He missed the layup. But it'll go to the line.
On the flip side, Underwood wants to see more calls go the way of Yakuchonis, who did get to the free throw line. This time it goes against Tonje as he called for the walk.
I like the athlete for 2 teams that get to a bunch at the line.
Tonje fending off on Boswell. Stripped by Boswell.
That's 2 really physical players right there.
Yakuchonis. Now they'll slow it down. Winter post up on a Visic. Tonje, and it's going the other way. And it is Tonje. Just pinballed through.
Tonje. And a jump ball was called. A nice tie-up defensively to Carter Gilmore. 1 extra pass. Tonje had it blocked.
Tonje again ripped away by Cam Jones. Two more EGBs. Ross falling down. It was blocked himself. He did not draw a whistle. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Tonje. That's his third.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Made their biggest run of the game because he was on the bench.
Man, if I'm Marquette, I'm putting Tonje in all kind of action to force him to have to make a decision on how he's going to play defense. And then he also has to be careful.
Jones matching a season high with 32 points. The most ever for a Golden Eagle in this series, and another steal for Cam Jones. That's his fourth. He has done everything right.
6 to shoot now for Corral. They'll get it to Tonje. He'll have to force it. Knocked away and taken away by Reuben Jones. Just checked in for Gale. Lob it up. Knocked again. Tonje, but it finds. McGee will run the show for Wisconsin. Amos is not shy for
not bashful.
And that's going to be an offensive foul on Tonje. Burnett beat him to the spot. No, in and out. Pop to the outside, Tonje. Klesman hits the deck. Tonje in attack mode. Bounce it, intercepted.
Gale got back in that play.
Gale, swing, right back to
program this year. Look, 7-point game. And a turnover for Chicago State. That's all you can ask for here. You're trying to learn, you're trying to grow.
He has been outstanding. Double figures every game as a Pitt Panther. And we got a travel on Tonje. Uncharacteristic, couple turnovers on Wisconsin. Still above 61% in the second half. Tonje has been a big part of it. And he stepped out of bounds before the monster dunk.
I love the call.
Because he brings the juice. Averaging 17.8 a game. And that pass goes missing from Tonje, looking for Winter on the roll. Well, I know how you are. You'll play in any weather. Tonje had a steal and then had to go off his leg out of bounds.
You know, they had a new staff. I asked their staff how they kept him because he's a talented young man. And a turnover by Tonje going the other way. Wisconsin, again, has not led. And just intercepted the pass. Nice job of DK Thorne jumping in. Got the 7 of 9 from the floor. McGee ended up going down. Another turnover from Wisconsin. And there's a 3 in the
very talented, like a little doe, though. You know what I mean? Like a young doe. Trying to hang physical.
7-0, Arizona run looking for more. Bradley to the rim, got it. And Crowell already with 5 assists. Tonje on the attack. Caught up, leave it. Crowell lost it. Another steal. Bryant. No numbers, doesn't care, to the rim, and a foul. 12 to shoot, fakes the handoff. Crowell to Tonje, game high 25, looking for more. Tonje had it stripped, out of bounds, going the other way. Back to a 15-point game, and a steal. Tonje, a game wrecker, and he's fouled. No, it's an offensive foul. They're going to call him on the dip.
Wisconsin defense, mentioned before, really struggled out the gate against Holy Cross. We had the privilege of being at practice yesterday. We got a turnover by the Badgers. Leading the way is Zephyr, and there's a 3-point scoring drought for the Badgers. Driving in is Tonje, loses it, and here comes Montana State the other way. Doing the break.
That's going to be a huge tool for Greg Gard.
And I really like when players apologize when they go barreling into the stands. I think Alex made a bit of a memory there. Back on the attack. It's another block. Blow it back down. Entry pass to Tonje and a whistle and a foul going against John Tonje.
There's a couple things you got to work out, and you're still trying to, figure out kind of where you're at this year. And Wisconsin, obviously, from the likes of Tonje, as he turns the ball over, it must have jinxed him.
Was looking inside to Crowell. Now Kenny the other way, and it off. Inbound here to Tonje. Goes to work against Warren. Pump fakes. And a travel.
Well, quick there from Tonje. I guess feet underneath.
Back to him. Give it back to him.
Mack turns the corner, gets cut off. And he scores. You saw Bilodeau and Blackwell on the block.
I did, but I also...
In conference play for Greg Gard, he is the only transfer. The other 6 had been in the program at least a couple of years. Gard misses. Tonje with a rebound.
Oh, here he comes. He's going to...
6 to shoot. Dunn, spin. And he's got 20 points. And Penn State has their largest lead.
Wooster weaving inside against Tonje and finds 2.
Raleigh Wooster's got an old school.
Tonje, oh, nice spin. Wow, Bilodeau.
So what Wisconsin did.
Taney on the floor now. They look to get him going too. Shot the ball well at Princeton.
Yeah.
Tough shot.
Transfers in after 3 seasons just down the road.
Good piece of officiating there, though. Yes, you're the hook and hold, but just play on right now. Greppy tried to alter the shot.
Lynn Cornjerkers. And Thad Matta was a heck of a player. Ryan, you are too young to remember. But when that state tournament was a big deal, Thad Matta made a great run.
Now reset, we're down to 8 to shoot. He'll attack, he'll scoop it, he'll score. That's the first time he's been able to finish when he got inside. No, and one more chance as Spinelli fights for the ball. Left-hand runner won't go.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Tonje now up to 41. Back to a 15-point game and a steal. Tonje.
Back to Will Kyle. Double comes. Trent Perry.
It's cut by Perry.
The quarterback, the maestro. Smith, the penetration.
Nice find.
The dish inside for the finish. Caleb First is first on the board.
Ball the basket. Got those big shoulders. Just a great drive playing off 2 feet.
Traore shovel inside for the deuce. Fell well, right place, right time.
It's from Tonje and Blackwell. They both had 2 in the first half. And here we are in a 3-point game.
Good block by Nolan Winter there, cleaning it up from the weak side.
The patience of Stephen Crowell.
He went into Christmas feeling good. Iowa has
Rebound tapped loose. Spinelli picks it up, and Chicago State is on the run.
It's good to see Kamari McGee looking more for his offense. It was a guy that really would...
Key tonight, who can rebound better? It's Corin. Backdoor for Austin, and he jams on the reverse to ties it 2.
And really gain the trust of Gard, and you're seeing it very evident with the amount of minutes that he's playing.
Greg Gill doubled. Dumps down low. A loose ball again. Here come the Badgers.
Team all Big Ten. It rolls out. The door is open for Michigan State. 3 seconds. Fouls. No call.
He got fouled.
It's over.
Consequently, this is the Spartans' biggest lead in this game. It's only 3. Fears, a little hesitation, they got him.
Yeah, nice work defensively there by a couple of players.
Saw the drop.
Nice find. One dribble, Heidi clears. Smith by defense from Gilmore. Smith drives in, comes up short. Fans wanted a foul. Tonje with his feet.
Can't hit the 3. Rebound Dembele. Another chance here for Iowa. Bryce Sanford. Drives on Blackwell. He misses it. Collides with his brother. And no whistle.
Maureen.
It's tough to get runouts against Wisconsin. You mentioned their experience, their nice little penetration.
Big block.
Help, huh?
Tonje.
Importance of this game.
Kobe Johnson yet to shoot. Tries to get it inside and turns it over. Something UCLA does not do a lot of.
A little bit earlier than people anticipated.
Down to the floor goes Mullins, got it out, and here comes Tonje with it. 1 on 3. Tonje pumps. Wendell will set it up. Martinelli's trying to post. Klesmit goes down, and Tonje takes it away.
Great job. That if their offense is on track, they can close the gap, but they just haven't been able to do it. Northwestern's done a great job defensively.
Nicholson couldn't come down with that. Here comes Tonje racing, and he draws the foul.
Wisconsin would be wise to throw it into the big fella. 6 career starts against the Gophers. Crowell is averaging 16 points and 5 rebounds, and it'll be Wisconsin basketball. Parker Fox thought it was
they possibly can to stop that transition. Jeremy Fears kicks out. Straight away to Booker. Turnover. Tonje off and running hard. Two-handed flush.
Makes it really difficult. We can also drive. It's a 3-level score. And now a steal. McGee takes it away. Leave it. Tonje hands and hits.
Basket number 7 in black. I like this. This is a mismatch here too.
Brandon Angel spent 4 years at Stanford, but there he lost it out of bounds.
Partner right there. Coming here early in the first half.
Taken away. John Tonje cleared for
Now Jakob Jonas off the bounce. Trying to save it. Saved it to Tonje. Numbers. Kicks. Gilmore.
Body and a quick spin to the baseline. That was pretty.
Or they say he is starting to play with so much confidence. Gilmore, 5th-year senior. Look at this. Turnover. And Kamari McGee will hold it up.
Illinois is going to have to double him to get that basketball out of his hands and force someone else to beat them because he's had his way this entire game.
And he has his way here. Tonje with the steal. Oh! Can they eat into this deficit? Gibbs Lawhorn shovels. Splits the defenders to White, but he lost it. For Illinois, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps.
Galloway scoops it up. And Bachto's been fairly quiet after allowing a couple of games, and he turns it over here. Tonje in the step in.
defense from Tonje.
Galloway just showing off.
At 15, just moments after the lead was cut to 9. Inside a minute, Tonje with the steal. And the 2.
Little run out ball screen. Good denial.
A couple of times they've been able to knock it free. This time the steal. Tonje unable to dribble past Durkock. And was
Transition defense is vital tonight for the Badgers.
Freeman lost it. Stop for the Badgers. Tonje saves it. This game for Iowa. You've been dealing with an ankle injury. Back to regular minutes now. Here's Freeman spinning in. Lost it.
Nice job by Gilmore moving his feet.
Tonje swing. It's a lot of that ball screen motion, but as college basketball is changing, Greg Gard has too. A steal. Tonje to the rim. John Tonje. Feeling it. Wolf. Spin. Discard. Wolf. Not there. Golden rebound. Had it stripped. Tonje comes away with it. Klesman.
He picks it up, and Chicago State is on the run.
It's good to see Kamari McGee looking more for his offense. He was a guy that really would pass up shots before, but has the confidence to take them.
Actually, Sunderland.
Nice crossover move out of bounds, almost. Tonje comes away with a steal. 3-on-3 and a whistle.
Back to a 15-point game and a steal. Tonje, a game record, and he's fouled. No, it's an offensive foul.
You're seeing it very evident with the amount of minutes that he's playing.
Threadgill doubled. Dumps down low. A loose ball again. Here come the Badgers. Tonje the other way, slows things down. Appalachian State here playing basketball today. Tate tries to go to Threadgill, and John Tonje in the passing lane. Working off a screen from Kenny, now feeds back to Kenny. Fumbles with a little bit, picks it back up. Working baseline, Tonje with the steal. Now the Badgers starting to get stops, going to get buckets on the other end. Blackwell.
With an ankle injury. The bully ball that he likes, but you got to stay at home. He will find people. Gale, contact floater, good.
I'd like to change in his play as of
attacking at all. Double team on Golden, kick it out. Jones trying to probe, shot clock down to 8. That was creative, but it doesn't go.
I had Wisconsin earlier. They were bragging about him early in the year. Ooh, passed up an easy one.
Fears, floater goes.
And I like that. Fears, we know he's not a get out transition is a must in this second half for the Spartans.
Aikens ready position. Pull up. short. Rebound grab by Krell. They have been Akins.
Nice play here.
He faked out Klesmit initially. Akins, he bounced it off his foot. Fears is there. Contested jumper is no good. The rebound swap.
You got to be on your toes offensively with these stats with Wisconsin Badgers, that's for sure.
Tonje tried to rip that.
Top of it today, man.
Only because you pulled out Kokomo earlier. High school just 10 miles away from Gainbridge, and there's a travel and a long way to go before we get to the championship game. That would be a championship game matchup. But it goes back to what we were talking about in the first game with Biddle and Ballo facing off. If you're
give Penn State credit for hanging around. Dunn's been aggressive to the hoop. Baldwin, their top scorer, had it knocked away. McGee has his hands on it, gets it out to Blackwell.
Minnesota game where they got some foul trouble and weren't shooting it well for a while, but they were able to pull that one out in the end.
Well, that was a sweet spin, did not lead to 2 for DeLeon, and the rebound to Gilmore.
5. Wisconsin strong defensive stand here. O'Callaghan fading away, got it off in time. No.
Minnesota stagnant, but Wisconsin doing the
6. But everybody on this Wisconsin team, the bigs, will step away and shoot the ball. It's like a 5-out offense sometimes. That might go the other way, too. Offensively looking to get back as quickly as they possibly can to stop that transition.
Jeremy Fears kicks out. Played away to Booker. Turnover. The Badgers defense. Akins looking for some day late. On the wing. Well defended. Straight up. Fiddler into the game now.
The best. Just getting to the basket. No stoppages so far. Nearly 4 minutes gone by. Push it short. Off the mark for Harris. Wisconsin looking up.
There's some good defense being played. Here he is.
Harris pulled. He lost that short. Blackwell, no real numbers. Blackwell's got 10, but Tonje has been an effective connector, and he's showcasing his defense so far in this game as well.
He is.
Kept on a man's rebound, lost it on the way up.
Seems like just a moment ago, Oregon had a 17-14 lead, but that has all changed quickly. And they needed that. There's Bamba.
Well, that's what they've gotten away from.
They're trying to get it back down to him. Instead, Bamba. In the lane, spin, pivot. No. Rebound.
That was an excellent move. Felt the body and a quick spin to the baseline. That was pretty.
Or they say he is starting to play with so much confidence. Gilmore, fifth-year senior. Look at this.
Some difficult shots over the top of him. Tells you the offensive talent that number 9 in white has.
That's one of those buckets they're going to go back and review to see whether it was a 2 or 3. Ivasic kicks out, gives Lawhorn.
He's got to take that shot and drive it right away.
How about that shot?
I love it.
14.
Score here.
Can they eat into this deficit? Gibbs Lawhorn shovels, splits the defenders. Does White, but he lost it.
Lawyer steps. He had that floater. Colvin. The dribble drive. Hangs. No. And rebound claimed by Gilmore.
He's got it with 8 on the clock. Leave it. Sanford with 5. Gets into the paint. Floats it up and in. Sanford has been far today. But can this ignite him? Could have 11 points off the bench in the loss to Purdue. Try for Traore. He's been one of the stars. Comes up short on the push. And the one thing Brock Harding...
White alternates, uniforms designed in collaboration with Under Armour and a couple players on the team. Max Klesmit and Kamari McGee helped design these Badger uniforms. Mullins around Tonje, beats him to the cup.
Now that's a great decision by
ways. He has played like an all-conference performer, really from the moment he stepped foot in the Kohl Center.
Claude turns the corner and gives it to Abo. Abo, defender goes by, and he doesn't get the bounce. St. Thomas follows, and that...
Let a lead slip away late. 5 seconds to shoot. Paris, after a couple of seasons at San Diego State, fires up a brick. And here come the Badgers again. 1, while Wisconsin's 9 out of 10. 7 to shoot. Parrish behind the back, little pull up. Pretty right there.
That was nice. I didn't think he was going to get on for Wisconsin.
Badgers just 1 of 7 from beyond the arc to start. O'Callaghan flips it to Patterson, but he held out.
In addition to Klesmit. Both continue to be out of the game. Out of control take by Williams. Rebound for the Badgers. And they can...
He loves to attack their attack.
Oh,
Gilmore.
hello.
Whew. He's a happy Gilmore.
Can't hit.
Transition defense is vital tonight for the Badgers.
Freeman lost it.
And then it results in bad transition defense and opportunities on the other side.
King, step back three. They needed it.
Isn't that the way the...
Evicic can't hit the three. Long rebound. White saves it. Riley inside for the Dukes.
The offensive glass is really starting to pile up. That's not
defense.
Man, what a pass.
Gale couldn't quite secure it cleanly. Back to Wolf. Full head of steam.
Oh, wow.
Wolf hungry to the rim for two.
I mean, he is in a game like this. It's going to take something miraculous, but they're essentially grading on a curve in a game like this. Forrest will get the roll. Oh, but he... Robinson will attack. He'll float. No. Sunderland is underneath. He's in trouble. Been tighter than expected. 5 late in the first half. Now it's a 21-point game. 3-ball right wing for Chicago.
Rolling towards the midway point of the first half. Brandon Cummings on for the first time. He knifes his way to the basket and scoops it in for 2. Pit lead is 10. Wisconsin now 10 of 16 from the field. J.J. Taylor, the Memphis transfer, only played 3 games there a year ago. He missed it on the fly. Here comes Black.
When you're a scorer like Tonje, all you need to see is one layup, one free throw, one basket go in, and it can really open things up to have a big night.
Debo Coleman put together. Goes to the bucket, missed it. Outside Hall, extra pass Taylor. On the baseline drive, put it up and off. Rebound tipped around. Taylor is there to must.
By the Badgers. Krivas inside out. Lewis, discard. Lewis can't finish. Krivas can, but Townsend is down. Everything falling for the Badgers. Offensive foul.
Alston down the lane. Looks to the corner. Dodd under 5 on the shot clock. Spinning over Tonje. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebound Winter.
Chika Ndoka on the handoff. Now driving in. Out it goes. Next, Agbankpoka swooping in and laying it in.
It's to defense. I mean, once you get into the paint from the wing, and that's hard to defend right there.
Agbankpolo answers the air ball chance with a nifty turnaround.
Now Joe Nugent back to Boston. Boston picks up a screen. Now driving Green kicks up a 3, rims out, and Winter hauls in the read. Looking to go downhill against Crowell. Kicks to the corner. Boston, 5 on the shot clock. Warren pulls it down. Floater through traffic. Can't get it to go, but an offensive rebound here for the Crusaders.
Fantastic win over UCLA yesterday.
Trying to establish inside. They do get the triple.
The banker for the freshman.
They were trying to get close.
This program. There we go. Got to get stops right here if you're Wisconsin.
DeLeon, step back. Rebound, Niederhauser, and he was fouled underneath.
6% from 3 here in this building.
The Gophers have performed much better on the road in conference play. O'Callaghan had a great spin to miss.
But great guard. Expectations weren't crazy high for this team, but you hit goal in the portal with Tonje. The player development always so good at Wisconsin.
But look at the balance. Well designed by Wisconsin.
Kohler, the trailer on the wing at Aikens. 2 seconds. He will fire. We got a good, clean look at it as that
game up and down threes. Washington's got to make this a little ugly.
Pull short.
It's a tough shot.
Nice save, but out of bounds.
You're going to see that a ton today.
Meanwhile, Oregon winners of 3 straight. Bamba lines up a triple and a rebound to Klesmit.
Badgers defense has just been swarming here early in the first half.
Taken away. In going toward the rim.
Shellstad should have taken that over 3.
How about Tracy? No. Up ahead, Tonje. 1 minute. Bamba with a spin. Bamba with a finish.
They ran that same, but he uses his size to be able to alter shots, and you saw it on 2 straight possessions there.
Yakachonis, boy, he is so good off the dribble.
13. Rice nearly lost it. Galloway scoops it up. And Baco's been fairly quiet after allowing a couple of games, and he turns it over here. Tonje in the step in. Winter had it taken away by Baco. Goody, top shot. Weak side board goes to Blackwell.
Ty Berry here, I believe. Watch Berry come up here.
Having a big game, Ty Berry with 9. Sebastian Mack. And Adai Mars in the game.
In the top 25 of the AP poll, ranked 23rd in the net ratings. Here's Chibuzo Abo, who had a great game the other night against Iowa. USC shot the lights.
He's a grown man. First touch for Tyson Acuff.
They got to get him going. See if Michael telling both of us, he's a guy, that's taken away. You're not feeling on top of your game.
Had a run point. Acuff in and out from 3. Davis. Crossover against Tonje. High off the glass.
How good was that?
You saw the energy coming from Shaka Smart. He's just trying to give all the energy he can. Jones left hand. Oh, didn't get it.
Play solid defense, not give up the second shots, and offensively have to be able to put the ball in the basket. That's going to be the challenge moving forward against disciplined teams facing Mark.
Wolf on the outside, great guard, called him a 7-foot point guard this week. Gale, the Ohio State transfer, stops, pulls, no, rebound inside, goes to Crown.
A little dribble weave action by the guards, trying to free up one of their teammates. And Forrest drills the perimeter.
Best start since Jeff Capel's first season in 2018-2019. This is Damian Dunn working on Tonje, flipped it up, it's short. Rebound Crowd. You could tell 5-point lead for Wisconsin, its largest. The lights just went out momentarily. Leggett doesn't care. He finishes with the left anyway. Hits back within.
Surprised. The first time they would be 5-0. And I'm sure he would like to go home with a 5-0 record tonight.
First 3 of the game from the Vaqueros, not to be from
the 3. He's one of their better defenders. He can get to the hoop. Just a really, really good player for them.
And the jumper falls again. Trey Miller. Wisconsin, can they come up with a big stop on the other end? Abdul Hakim buries another 3. He's got 17 points to lead all.
And they call it first turnover. Love around. Bradley eventually back to KJ Lewis, the talented sophomore. Now it's going the other way. A leading father
Taking the time in the paint, letting the defense fly by. Easy deuce.
Bryant can't get it from deep. McGee again and gets rewarded. Krivas on the outside. Here is Lewis. Turns the corner, hangs and hits.
Great zoom at.
Awaka back in there, didn't start the second half as he did the first. Split the double team. Bradley, tough one, no. Awaka there to clean it up.
And recovers. Huntley flips the Threadgill. Threadgill from the stripe, long, loose, and rebounded by Klesmit. And Max as Gilmore knocks that one loose. Huntley feeds the Threadgill. Threadgill floater up and good.
And it looked like they had that pretty much.
Back out top to Mutali. Huntley, handoff Threadgill, slips a little bit, pulls it back down, floater, good.
That's impressive. Like you said, it looked like he slipped a little.
Need to break you down with the bounce.
Post up goal.
Cheddar, Amos didn't bite. Gale has to hoist.
Well, finding people. See again, Golden not really begging for that basketball.
Skip it. Jones. Rebound. Winter.
Stefanovic. Mack will take a 3, and he knocks it through. 11 made threes.
In the ball game, playing with a lot of confidence. This freshman has come in and given some really good minutes for Northwestern.
Carter Gilmore on the box out.
They've been the tougher team for most of this second half and been able to get on the rim at both ends.
Another assist for Baldwin and 2 more for Dunn.
What a footwork perspective, Spiro. They're patient when they get in on the blocks, but they're not in a hurry.
Tough move in traffic that time. Akins
with the leap, but quickness with the hands going up towards the basket.
What a career it's been for Crowell. Just got his 100th career win as a Badger. Fighting for the rebound weeks. This program as a preferred walk-on had that breakout game on the road at Purdue. That 11-point game. He hit 3 threes in that.
But already above his season average in rebounds with 6. Oh, what a play to start this second half, and an easy one for Harris.
Doesn't get that shot blocked. He took a little time to come down with it, but
Area. ISO got to help a little, I think. Kalfenren against Crowell. Nice find. Pucks the other side. Bottom. Overhelp. Should have stayed at home.
Taking a shot. He sat for 10 minutes, and you look at Julian Reese, who was the best offensive player for Maryland. Foul trouble for him as well. Selton Miguel, though, has picked up the slack. And the engine of what this Wisconsin offense has been. They get back on the floor, and good things have happened for the Badgers.
They get it fine to Miguel, and he has been the best option tonight.
Expand his game, and it's paying off.
Here's Gary. He'll try from deep. Had his own rebound.
You obviously want 3s more than 2s, but you'll take made 2s versus passing up 3s where you're closed out on.
Albo tries that 3, and the ball comes over. Really incredible. They'll be at the Westside Food Bank on Monday, as you mentioned. The Badgers will be. And, of course, the volunteering efforts for the LA program.
Dress coming off a big win in old school Wisconsin Badgers fashion the other night. 57-56 against St. John's.
Before seeing that, especially with
so this start here, they're slow. They need to get engaged, and it's got to start on the defensive end. They've got to be locked in.
A jumper, no good that time by this one. .30-point lead for the Badgers as Fuchs gets one to go.
Clearly Wisconsin, that pick and pop, it's going to be there with the drop coverage. The Badgers trying to get the big fella going.
Upper Towns, a little bit off on the 3-ball, really struggled
At the foul line, he's been good at the rim. He's a physical driver. John Tonje's season just continues to impress.
Gale can't respond. Add it to the outside.
Wisconsin's offense. 12 assists, 24 points in the paint. And to your point, Jack, just the balance from everybody on this team contributing some type of way. Blackwell.
Tonje with 19. Need to stop on this end. Deep 3 from the logo. Got it. Wow. Vaccaro's not going anywhere. Deep.
The 28. Del Orso hook it inside. Townsend got position.
That was a nice cross screen to bring.
He's probably going to play the 4 a lot for them this year, and just his spacing adds a whole new dynamic to this team.
Talk about that starting lineup all being between 6'6" and 6'9". I feel like all their players are.
Jamming it up, Gilmore. There's and the slam! Big finish by Carr! It's so...
They understand the importance of this game.
Kobe Johnson yet to shoot. Tries to get it inside and turns it over.
Wisconsin to the point that if their offense is on track, they can close the gap, but just haven't been able to do it. Northwestern's done a great job defensively.
Penn State enjoying the largest lead and make it even bigger. They'll have a chance to do so at the line. Zach Hicks fouled on his way there.
Trying to tire out Garcia on this end as well. Wisconsin would be wise to throw it into the big fella.
6 career starts against the Gophers. Crowell is averaging 16 points and 5 rebounds Sunday. Off the handoff, Mike Mitchell Jr. Parker Fox, too strong off the glass, tipped around, no, and there's Winter.
Would not want to see Illinois, a healthy Illinois team, as an 8 seed either.
No way. Biddle, we talked about them going in the paint more in the second half. There's the best one on the floor, number 9. Bamba's going to get it. Down inside to Biddle, and Biddle missed the bunny.
Aggressive on the offensive end, and when he's aggressive, it takes them to another level offensively.
I bet in the postgame, Greg Garb will say the thing he's most pleased.
Off the corner, knowing that you can aim, or Mac did a good job to paint him on the drive. There, Mike.
Garcia, one of the top scorers in the Big Ten as well, leading the Gophers. He's got it now, and he lays it in past the outstretched arm of Nolan Winter.
Well, I tell you what,
Growing up in Canada, he had to play hockey.
Oh, I get it.
I feel bad for the rim there.
I do too, because it's still shaking. Great balls around jumper.
Wolf inside. Golden, tough catch. Easy finish.
The big on big pick and roll just continues
for the cut.
Threadgill feeds to Wilson. Foul by Carter Gilmore. Free throws coming up.
And he's one of those guys, Tracy, that can make some things happen on his own, driving to the rim, getting aggressive. Jones, his jump shot doesn't go. The rainbow delivery and a foul. Final in Wisconsin history. They trail only one school in that department. Michigan State, 17. Oh, the zigzag move. That's creative from Fears.
And that's that drop coverage. As a guy's got to light it up a little bit. 2 or 3 threes to complement the dribble drive. I love how they come to their left hand.
Oh, this is insane. Just past the midway point of this first half. It's 24-18 Michigan State. Fears crosses over. Works his way in. Missed it. Zapawa knock away, and Wisconsin's got it.
That'll be Richardson.
Fears peeks at the clock. 5 to shoot. Kick for Carr inside the arc. Bounces off the rim. Rebounded by McGee. Playing with Amos. 9 to shoot. Fears drives in. He finds an alley. For 2.
Yeah, great patience there. The screen of Cooper on him. Post him up.
Like that little side.
Richardson. No shot. Too strong.
I want to hold up by Kohler.
And Cooper.
Got to go at the rim right away.
15 seconds left. Fears is fouled.
How about that? 4 seconds down the floor.
I was wondering why no one was shooting from Kokomo today. Andrew steps inside along 2. Just lost the handle, but it's picked up by Clayton. And his second half has just been.
3 would have gone down.
That's world-class defense by Penn State there in Tonje.
Kern saw an opening, and he'll shoot 2.
Isaac Osima, he's had some good minutes this season. Freshman from Cherry, Minnesota. Oh, Cali off the glass and in.
I like the way that Osima got in the paint at Nebraska.
Ryan Patterson against Tonje. Switches direction. Wants the trees, makes a move, missed it. Frank Mitchell and a whistle with a shot clock at 1. The half really plays out. The crowd comes out and see Winter play the 5.
They certainly have flexibility in their lineup. You can throw a number of guys out there.
And that's what it's been paying dividends in the second half of games for him lately.
And it really tests teams as trying to drop the hammer, and it looked like Gilmore got him for the bad team.
First half points. He had been 2 for 13 from 3 in his previous 3 games, and he's coming in now 3 for 4 from downtown so far tonight.
Than this Washington team. That's why I said earlier, anytime you're in a game like this, good drive.
Yeah, Nacho will go to the free throw line.
Got to find ways to make it jump.
Shelstad. Got to keep Biddle involved.
And short. You would have liked to see that
on the floor because Morez Johnson's out.
Boswell will stop it. Pop, and he buries the 3. Colin Boswell, the champagne net. Now Jakob Jonas off the bounce. Try to save it. Saved it to 10. He almost stole that.
I think Illinois is going to have to double him to get that basketball out of his hands and force someone else to beat them because he's had his way this entire game.
And he has his.
Just such a headache to deal with how they stretch the floor, because both those guys can also score in the post as well.
Harding doesn't have the response, and the rebound will sail out of bounds. Krell on the outside. Credit to his brother Price, the star of the first half with 11. Bounce it. Traore, big game so far. Kick out, and Harding to trap.
Klesmit loses his balance.
Badgers have missed 5 in a row on top of the turnovers. Oh, Harding can't finish. That was a beautiful move. Just couldn't quite.
Teams try to go at him all the time, but he really does a great job interior defensively.
Jalen Leach in his first and only season with Northwestern had.
0 for 4 from 3, 1 for 5 overall. Williams. That's a contested 2 from the foul line. Movement we're seeing Ben Johnson's team. That was a team everybody had ticketed for the bottom of that league after the first several games of the season. That doesn't look like that anymore.
No, right now from Nebraska.
They've given up 14 threes, third most in a game this season for the Badgers, who had 15 their last time out against UCLA.
Mara kept that ball alive to create a second chance. No,
Okay, you're out on a limb. Here is Claude, guarded by Blackwell. Turns the corner, aggressive, and right away ends the drought.
Not only scores, but
Krau's playing well with his 7 points. Claude trying it again. Tonje in the air, and Claude crafty, so crafty.
bucket here, you may see a Wisconsin timeout.
Thomas unattended, and he gets the bounce.
Well, Crowl, again, I know I've said it a couple times, he has to make them pay for putting a small guy on him down there.
St. Thomas instead goes at Crowl, and
Parrish, pull up. And there's a rebound to Tonje.
Boy, Devin Royal looked like he got
tip it in. It just didn't drop. Minnesota ball.
Minnesota had numbers if they would have hurried.
Patterson pulls up. Off the heel. Tonje the board. Ooh. And he stepped on his own. He still is so effective at getting on the score sheet. Isaac Osima misses the free throw line jumper. Winter safe.
It's tough to get run-outs against Wisconsin. You mentioned their experience, their nice little penetration.
Oh, big block.
Help, huh?
Tonje. And he locates Acuff. 7 to shoot. Acuff drives, floats one up and in with the runner.
Well, he is taken over.
There's Williams to bring it up.
He has great handle.
Yeah, they used some of that fancy dribbling to get open. Rebound pulled down by old man strength, I guess.
Elderly strength.
6th-year senior.
Oh, bad foul.
Yeah. Point guard is sitting at the end of the bench trying to get loose and find a way back in this game. Williams.
What elevation.
They've got Purdue coming in here on Thursday and then UCLA Monday. Big time opportunity to pick up some wins. Acuff off the mark, rebound for Crowl.
Good, no rust for the Badgers.
Well, Peyton Sanford didn't see that ball. Off his back to Josh Dix, who is Mr. Automatic in the mid-range.
Talk about pull-up Jay there from Blackwell.
So good offensive start to this one. Approaching the first time out. There's Dix again from that sweet spot.
Well, Crowl is playing.
Whether Butler will have an answer. Again, they have Telford back on the floor. This sideline for much of that first half with foul trouble. Pierre Brook, he's pretty good. That's been one of the fun things in this game. A really good coaching matchup. Brooks to the fadeaway.
It's a 9-point game.
Trying to get into him, and Blackwell to that strong right hand, strong dribble drive. Boswell there for 3.
Joplin fires. And Parham goes over the top.
Jones against Tonje, Gilmore, Crowl, Blackwell, and McGee. Donaldson's jumper is short. He's just still looking. Jones on the outside. Screen from Cheddar. Jones is 3. Rebound up for grabs, and Crowl has it.
Now a chance to cut it to 5 or 4 with a 3. Spinelli will spin. He'll hang. He'll miss. Rebounded by Klesman for the... Neither team shot the 3 well in the first half. Wisconsin was 3 of 16. Chicago State was 1 of 12. They'll try again here and miss. And down to 4 to shoot. Forrest off balance, will throw one off. He will draw iron.
90 for 100. Even I can figure that one out. That's easy math. I can do that one. It's a chance for a 3-point play for UTRGV. Scoring around the basket. Abdul Hakim put it on the deck, up and under, no good. Good defense by Tonje. Maybe a little too extended to get the foul call. One more foul for each of these teams, and it's free throws the rest of the way. Abdul Hakim in and out. I had math. I could figure out 90 for 100. There's a drive, missed the layup. Abdul Hakim, it did not hit any iron.
Lewis ties it up.
On the inbound goes to Mullins. His squad down one, looking to change it. He does exactly that. Flipping the
Wisconsin would like to see it develop out of that pick and roll. Not a huge, heavy pick and roll usage guy, but certainly seems capable of it.
Agbagbolo floating and finishing into the corner. Warren. 13 points in this one. Now Max Green fires the deep three. Long offensive rebound again and a foul up top.
Aggressive case of rejected by Amos.
Great reaction.
And it's Golden rattling in a tray. They have gotten wins over teams that beat them earlier. Michigan State, UCLA, and they're trying to do it again against Michigan. Long jump shot, in and out for Reuben Jones.
Did enough and has the mentality to lift his team here, but Michigan, 38 points this half.
Cheddar, he snaps in a three. Wow. All tied up. Donaldson, second wave of defenders. Kick it. Cheddar, off the rim. Knocked out.
They need some hoops at the basket.
Aikens back in for Michigan State. Carr, he's worked on this part of his game. Short. Rebound. Leaks out.
He's left.
Wisconsin extends the lead. Just over a minute to play. Kohler, they need it. Yes, sir!
At this kid.
You called it, Ralph.
He can make him.
Good defense there by Andrews.
Here's Eric Daly Jr. Give it up. Sebastian Mack. They'll let him take it. And he banks it in.
Winter guarding Sky Clark here.
And helping down on Morrow.
Winter showing his versatility on the defensive end.
Bilodeau taps it out to Mack. And the plaque on the State Basketball Hall of Fame. Here's Perry. No. It's got a great quote on it. It says in 49 of that. We had to get back to work, get back on the floor, play Northwestern yesterday. And it makes you wonder. It all sounds well and good, but you're playing an extra game. Will you have the legs?
Wow, what an incredible display.
Sky Clark. No. Every possession for UCLA.
Dam is moving forward, so Mick Cronin going to have his work cut out for him.
We just witnessed John Tonje's first miss. Took 35 minutes. Martinelli, 1 of 2 shooting so far in this game. Sheravino an open three. Good rebound. Nicholson. Martinelli with 16 points today. Here's Clayton, too short. Barry trapped.
Baldwin against Blackwell. There's a three, and there is a tie game. No question. I mean, when they don't turn it over, they get pretty good looks. And 14's been spectacular. Look, Dunn's been pretty good too. He's got 18 points.
Tonje now into double figures. He has 10. Odekali will try again for 3. That was an air ball.
You can tell Wisconsin is okay with them.
Rigsby to Osima, the freshman, corner 3, no. Frank Mitchell, another rebound.
But there comes Holloman slicing into the paint. Hands off to Kohler. Richardson from 3. A little bit too much. And Janicki.
Mason Probe, swing, extra to the open man.
Oh, you're supposed to shoot that.
Breidenbach will hit the 3.
Okay, never mind. Tough look against Wisconsin. I get it. They haven't been able to show that they can guard man, so you got to try something else.
Harris. And the uncontested board goes to Blackman. A 4-time champion.
4-time champion, first ballot Hall of Famer. But yeah, he's done it without the ball in his hands. He's found a niche. It is high IQ.
Be able to dominate. You let them get that close to the paint, it is over.
Supreme Cook kicks it out. Bamba in rhythm triple. They can't get anything to drop right now. Down into the big man. Biddle, patient, kicks. There's Bamba. Boy, got a good look.
He did.
Will Riley giving it up, getting it back. Around the arc, good passing. Around and out for Trey White. Straight in this series. That includes 4 straight here at the Kohl Center. They're the only Big Ten team that has ever done that, Fonz. Wow. But what's crazy is before this 9-game 6-0 run right now for Wisconsin. Davis, deep 3. Whoa, he can hit that, but that one way off.
Yeah, a little too quick, got number.
Humberkaus, he's had the hot hand, and it drops. He's already in double figures with 10.
Of not giving ground and using that long wingspan of his to challenge at the top.
He's had the hot hand, but Lawhorn not there. And now Blackwell.
Confidence on both ends of the floor.
This has just been surgeon-like tonight from Wisconsin. Gibbs Lawhorn has been a bright spot. Team high 17 for.
Another touch for Kaufman-Wren.
Nice play here. A little dribble handoff.
Swing. Another for Harris. No. Two-man game with Kaufman-Wren. Nice find. They get Cox involved. Can't hit the 3. Weak side rebound to Amos. No. 9 points for Blackwell. Corner, they need it. Colvin, they got it.
And a great look. Diagonally. Bird, absolute big time kiss.
Pretty. Back to a 10-point lead. The 3 ball is there from Miles Colvin.
Real game reps and what you learn in that process. It's from Price. Rebound by Payton. Can't hit the 3. Rebound Dembele. Another chance you've been able to figure out.
That 98 matchup was the 2nd game in this building. As Tucker comes up short from the corner, Balla with the offensive board. This first half, does Indiana have one final spurt in them, trailing by as many as 22? And Baco, money.
Good ball movement there. Wisconsin has gotten
to salvage it, but a lot of it is going to be about making better decisions and finding ways to make open shots like this for Mackenzie and Baco.
Well, I think even more
to play through it and be there for his team.
Maybe the next 9:37 get him going. Umar Ballo has really struggled tonight. Maybe this is a chance for Malik Renew to find it.
More turnovers than field goals today for Wisconsin. And McGee pulls in the rebound. Sheravino out to Leach. He knew that was online. 21 for...
Both teams have managed the foul trouble. Tonje had 2 in the first half. Blackwell did 2. Deshaun
for Nebraska.
Jawan Gary coming off a career high. I expect him to be aggressive as well.
Gary launching from deep. He ran into some trouble. Andrew Morgan, he was impressed with how he's developed since he had him in his high school camps. Here's Gary. He'll try from 3. That one snaps to Twine, and here come the Huskers. Should again to 9 on a 6-0 burst. Ulis for 3. Rebounded by Crowell right on.
Basket Mack and John Tonje, 2 players that in the basketball parlance of the day play downhill, which means they go to the basket and they get fouled a ton.
Most of the time playing pretty well.
Yeah, and he's a young man that now he's on people's scouting reports, so those jumpers don't come as easy.
Good look for Parrish, and over the back goes
the mid-range game. That's a lost art in college basketball. Everybody wants to shoot threes or get to the rim.
Parrish, he's 0 for 2, shooting 3, playing in his 1. Parrish, up and under, back out to Thornton, 3. Got it. He's got a quick 7 points.
Ooh, that's beer face material right there. Goodness gracious.
Colin White could not answer.
Oh, really hard hedge by Stephen Crowell.
Good kick to Parrish, 3 seconds on the clock. Knocks down a 3.
Parrish had a catch, almost forcing a turnover.
This is Lakai Patterson with the kick to Otacali for 3. It skims the rim. Foxhall's in the rebound, but he traveled. Shooting just about 38% from three-point range this season. The kick to the wide open Otacali for 3, and Minnesota's got a couple of triples.
Wisconsin assistant Sharice Chambliss. A lot of conversation going on in this first half.
Otacali buries the 3. He's got 8.
See, that's why
260 pounds. He rips the ball away from Tonje after the miss and feeds Patterson, who misses the three.
Curls into the paint. They're putting on a clinic.
Winter the rebound off the miss.
Individual defense so essential.
A little contact away from the ball. Leaves a wide open Acuff. Veteran team.
Nice job corralling and recovering.
Acuff again. Off the mark this time. Sequence.
Once again, Harper, the last one down.
On the wing. 3 off the mark from Davis. Rutgers can get it within a single possession.
Nice denial.
On the wing, Acuff. In and out. That was halfway down.
Wisconsin on an 11-2 run to take a 3-point lead. In the back and forth first half. Traore sets the feet. And missed it all. Still shooting over 50% in this game, Wisconsin. Up by 20 again. Harding. Short. Blackwell taps it.
Greg Gard's going, hey, man, we're the home team. Go now.
Fast fingers.
Right? Need it.
Bellwell needed it and got it. Over. And with Wisconsin already at 90 points with more than 6 minutes to go. Sanford a second try, still short.
No, the folks over at Ken Palm love it, right? I'm not a big analytic guy myself, but I mean, but that's always been the case. There's the 3 ball. Nate Johnson.
King weaving through. In the corner, that one didn't go for Moore.
You said sometimes you got to play somebody out there. You got to have 5 guys out there.
They only have 9 healthy scholarship players. He doesn't have a lot of places to turn. Haywood misses. There's Biz Jack. Got a 2-second difference. Shot clock, game clock. 3-pointer doesn't go for Moore.
Boswell. Things started pretty well, facilitating and Humrick out for 3. Well, he struggled so mighty controls. Hooks it for Johnson. Right back to Yakachonis. Swing it. Boswell. 3 ball. Ricochets right to Blackwell. It's an open shot rebound. Hot potato. Wolf gets it to Gale. Back to Burnett. He'll load up the 3. Pure. That's quite the sequence on the defensive end.
Sometimes I think he's relies too heavily on a 3-point shot. He can get downhill, put pressure on his opponent.
Badgers back up by 10. That's their biggest lead. Now shot gets it back. Three try out the corner is over everything. Jernigan attacking baseline, runs into a pair of 7-footers. Triple try out of the corner is good. Noble Crawford, yeah, it's fairly full, but it's subdued, to put it mildly.
Yeah, I think Minnesota took a little steam out of the Badgers.
Oh, Leggett thought about it. Looking for Korn. It got to Diaz-Graham. Off on a triple.
Times in the possession, and Pittsburgh's just not allowing them to do that.
Jalen Lowe skips. Zach Austin connects on a 3.
Amari McGee, who had a terrific game on Friday, just back cuts him and gets the layup.
Jorge Diaz-Graham. This free from the floor, just 1 point. Leggett navigating. Austin given space to fire. And McGee is everywhere right. Semis. Corin. A contested catch for Leggett. Kicks out Austin. 3 ball. No. And Wisconsin, both teams above 50% in the second half. Lowe turns the corner. Skips out Diaz-Graham. And a long rebound. Double comes from Blackwell. Delilich on the baseline. Outside Austin for 3. About the points in their win over Tennessee Tech on Tuesday. He stumbles inside. Winner stayed with him. It's Debo Coleman hoisting a three. Georgia Tech transfer points over his last couple on very efficient shooting. Just has not gotten it going tonight against this lane. Ivy Curry, good look for three. And finally they get one to go down. They had missed.
They rated, so you better get some emotion going.
Had a decent skip pass and a good look from John Blackwell, but his shot wouldn't go. Another three. And that one off the mark from Cliff. This game from distance for the Badgers. Skip pass across. That three is no good. 6
threes. He's actually 4 out of 8 from the last 2 games from 3. But he can also score inside. Good size, transfer from Northern Illinois.
3 on the other end by a rare pass up of a 3. Not this time. And no good.
20 to shoot. Bounce it inside. Townsend surrounded. Good ball fake. 3 ball. Not there. And a rebound. A foul staying here. Townsend. They're still waiting for him to explode. They know he's capable. Bryant, no hesitation. Missed the 3. Townsend offensive rebound. Goes up strong for 2. Get him rolling. Get him some easy looks. Been playing a lot more off the ball this year. Lewis, an open look. Book it. A 3.
That may very well get.
Bates on the screen. Swing it. Townsend. 3 ball. Short. Rebound. Group effort.
Seen Miles Tate possess the basketball quite a bit for this Mountaineers squad as he goes downhill. Out to Threadgill, fires the 3. That one, good.
Yeah, just a beautiful drop.
For 3, short, and hauled in for the offensive rebound. Threadgill, an open look on the other side. That one long, tipped and rebounded by Kamari McGee. Looks to go up top. Goes to Miles Tate, guarded by McGee again. Mutalib fires the 3, short, still looking for his first.